Hello! Welcome to Weaving the Wheel of Love. How are we doing? It is, for me, February 14th. For most people, February 13th. But yeah, it is Valentine's Day weekend and we're getting romantic. We're doing some shipping, we're having some fun, and we're getting a little drunk in the process. So, because that's what you do. That needs to be the way things work. So, cheers to everybody. Before I get going too much, I am going to say first off, I've seen in chat when everyone was waiting. It is Headski's, and is it Headski's anniversary? Did I read that right in the chat there? 15 years or something I saw? Let me have a quick look. I saw it somewhere. Yes, Headski, 15 years. Congratulations, Headski. It is the 14th where you are. So happy anniversary to you and to everyone else who's in a loving and happy relationship. Be that with someone or with yourself, because that counts too in my book. So, whilst we're talking relationships, there's only one person I could possibly talk relationships with, and that has to be the one and only Master of the Deck. Welcome, Kayla. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I've got my cat stalking me over the room, but I'm here with all of you guys. I've got some wine.
I'm
ready.
Awesome. So, are we expecting any catastrophes today?
Catastrophes?
Catastrophes.
I mean, the likelihood is high. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what... Okay, cool. Love this. Okay, so the way today is going to work is I am going to be spinning a wheel full of names, all from Wheel of Time. Let me show you what this wheel looks like. So, there it is on the screen. That is our Wheel of Love. Okay, we have multiple names in here. And I'll give you a quick demonstration of how it works, so you understand. I'm just going to make it spin. We're going to get a little bit of a spinny spin going on there, and it's going to pick out a name. Wow, the Golem first off the bat.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love the Golem came out on the test run. Shall we stick with that?
Yes, that's fine. The chances of us not getting the Golem again are just, I can't take that chance. I need to start it off with the Golem.
Okay, fine. So we'll start with the Golem. So we will spin, like I've just said now, we'll spin this twice. Each time the name will be removed from the list, so we won't get the same person shipped twice in the show. And if we feel they need a third person shipped into it, we will throw a third one in if we feel like it. Yeah, so we'll just get cracking into it. We're going to try and make the story, we're going to change the story so they can have a relationship of some level, some kind. It might be romantic, it might be physical, it might be a combination, who knows. And we're also going to try and find a ship name for the couple or throuple or whatever, aren't we, Kayla? We're going to try and figure that out. So
yes, we're going to try to come up with a ship name. For anybody who's familiar with shipping as we know it, like in fandom, sometimes we like to try to mush two character names or more abstract concepts together to create, what they are, as a relationship. For example, Matt Cawthon and Randall Thor, their ship name is Cawthor. Or Perrin and Gaul, their ship name is Stonewolf, as Stone Dogs and, Wolf Brother.
Although
so,
we did get
that can be hilarious.
Yeah, that came from the podcast we did, didn't it? Stonewolf. Well, not that specifically, but we talked about that, and then Gerrin Stonewolf appeared.
Gerrin.
Yes.
And Gerrin Stonewolf became a thing.
Became
and
a thing.
Paul, of course.
Yes, and Paul Stonewolf. Yeah, Paul Stonewolf. Yeah. So this is kind of how it works, and the first name out the hat is the Golem. So let's remove that from the list. And then we will bring up a second name. So who are we shipping the Golem with? Oh dear. We're going to ship the Golem with Loghain.
Ooh.
Right.
Spicy.
Okay. Right. So we've got
Rob,
that.
do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You can start. Okay. Yeah, go for it.
So, by the way, this is full spoilers. If you haven't finished the books, R.I.P.
I should probably have said that at the beginning. Sorry, my bad.
That's
I blame
I haven't
it.
thought about it that much. Well, so I find the most fun we could have with this is, as my cats are about to knock over something in my room, after the Golem, right, everybody leaves Abu Dar and the Golem is chasing Matt, right? The Golem is, he's free, kind of, starting to, break free from whatever, shackles bind it. And it could be interesting for the Golem to happen upon Loghain, or maybe detour to the Black Tower on the way to confronting Matt in Andor.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that works. I can see that.
Where do you want to go with that?
I don't know. I mean, perhaps he has a side mission.
The possibilities of a Golem. Let's talk about that for a second, right? I mean, this is basically like an evil Gumby, okay? Right? He doesn't have any bones, right? He can squeeze himself into very small spaces.
Oh, there's going to be some weird yoga poses going on in this couple, aren't there? So
of course, right? And I mean, are you a monster fucker or are you a coward? And I am no coward. And neither is Loghain.
No, he is not a coward. You're absolutely right there. So.
You know what? Let's rewrite canon. What if the Golem totally breaks through the compulsion here and decides to raise a little hell in the Black Tower when Mazrim Taim is trying to, break the Ashaman? And then the Golem goes in trying to assist with the rescue. And we get a little bit of, gratitude sex.
Okay, yeah. No, that works. I like that. I'm seeing... My God. I love this in chat. Jake D. The Golem can fit into small holes. I think that's just getting weird there.
Hey, well, I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah. We're getting some fun at Rogaine as Logum, Gogain.
Okay.
What's for the
Golem? Let's see. Golblar. Loghain Alblar.
Golblar. Ooh.
Ablam.
I think Golblar sounds pretty cool.
Golblar. There we go.
Yeah.
Golblar. Golblar, but with an H. Ghoblar.
Yeah. I love Delusions chat. Are you these options? Option 1, a monster fucker. Option 2, coward. Delusions votes C. None of these.
Look, that's not how it works, Delusions, okay?
No, come on. This is not how it works.
Especially as somebody who is, Grendel would be ashamed of you, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Grendel would be, she'd be into it.
All right, so chat, tell us what you think of the ship name. But yeah, this is I don't think this is going to be a romantic coupling. I think this is more going to be
Oh, this is all about the sex.
Yeah, this is all about the sex.
The Golem doesn't need a long-term relationship. He's got shit to do. So does Logain.
They're busy people, exactly. So
they are busy people.
This is a gratuitous moment. Yeah, I like that. All right, lovely. Okay, so let's bring the wheel back and let's get another ship on the way. So first name out, we're having our favorite Ogier, Loyal.
Loyal!
Yeah!
Just going, keeping right on the monster fucker train. I love it.
Yep, this works. I like this. So let's see. Option 2 to go with Loyal. We're going to have Valentine.
Loyal and oh hell yeah!
Wow, yes,
absolutely.
Okay,
Valentine would climb him like a tree.
Is that because he's an Ogier?
I mean, I see what you did there. I mean, let's just replace Perrin with Loyal. You know, if you're trying to get close to the Dragon Reborn,
yeah.
You know, why not make an alliance with the Ogier instead?
Mm-hmm. I like that. So, 1 second. YouTube is having an issue now. Oh, why is YouTube having an issue?
YouTube doesn't like us?
YouTube doesn't like me. Maybe I've got too much going on my computer. 1 second, let me close a few things.
All right, well,
it's buffering.
I'm looking at, that's all right. I'm looking at some ship names here. And Lane is one of them. That's Lola Lane.
Lola Lane?
Lola Lane.
Lola Lane. Lola Lane. Yeah, that kind of works, doesn't it? Okay. I like that, yeah. We're getting dancing no go now. Oh, Jesus, how much have I drank?
Loyal Lane.
Loyal Lane? Oh, that's not
Loyal
bad.
Lane. That's okay.
Yeah, that works.
I mean, it's very descriptive. Mm-hmm. It works for it. I can't help but think that, like, Loyal would be good for Bear Lane. You know? Yes. She's so stressed all the time, it seems
she is.
like.
He can sing her, so.
You know? I mean, Loyal is, you know, it'd be good to cuddle.
He would, yep.
I could see, and he's like, you know, he's romantic, but I think that'd be cute.
Yeah.
I can see Barrelane and Loyal.
Yeah, I can see that.
There'd be a nice companionship there.
Absolutely. They're curled up in front of a fireplace, just like we are right now. There's a nice fireplace going on in the background. And yeah, I see them cozied up. He's reading a book. She's stroking his ear tufts, or what is it? Is
eyebrows?
Eyebrows.
It's the eyebrows.
Yeah, stroking the eyebrows and just having a very cozy moment. Just move Perrin out the way, like kick Perrin out, and let's just have Loyal instead. I think that works well.
Right. Yeah. Plus, I mean, can you imagine like the sex? Loyal's got to be hung like an Ogier.
You would hope so. I mean, he's got big pockets. So
right, and here we've added to our list. Barrelane would not be a coward.
Yes. Yeah. So
I'm looking at some of the other ship names in here. I like Barreloyal, but I'm seeing some. We're just coming up with like Tolkien names at this point. Baraniel.
Yeah, Baraniel. Yeah.
Barreloyalane.
Barreloyal. Dean Moxley, I am just the right amount of stoned for this.
Well, keep it up. Right, give yourself another dab, my friend.
Excellent.
All right, so we kicked things off with the Golem and Logain, and now we're here with Barrelane and Loyal. So, yes. My friends who are watching, do you ship it?
Yeah, I mean, what are we saying here, folks? Are we enjoying this?
Barreloyal?
Barreloyal? Like, are we?
Barreloyal Loyalane?
Barreloyal. That's just a tongue twister, right? Barreloyal. I love that. Oh my God, what a combination. This is hilarious. Wow.
That's great. We're getting. I feel like we're starting off with these really great names.
Yes.
And pretty soon it's going to be like, wait, who's that person? What do they do again?
What? Huh? Exactly. We'll get down. We do have some interesting names in this mix. Even down to like random.
We're not going to spoil it.
Yeah, there's like random innkeepers and just characters from all sorts of places and backgrounds and all sorts. But anyway, let's bring the wheel back and let's.
All right, next ship.
Let's see what is next on the list. So, first name out for the next ship is going to be Our soothsayer, Min.
Ooh, Min.
Okay, who are we
It's
giving?
like the wheel knows.
Wheel knows, yeah. Like we need to give some decent, matchup to this. So Min is being paired with Birgit.
Oh, this is another one. Okay, first off, audiobook person, I say Brigitte.
Birgitta. Okay, yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna judge how Matt. I'm not gonna judge how Rob says things.
I'm sorry. Did you just call me Matt as if I was the innkeeper of the Dusty World? Like, oh wow, I've peaked, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a tailor, by the way. So.
Selchas Ruin is joining us because it was either this or allow him to keep mauling my foot. So, Brigitte and Min. When do they even cross? Do they cross paths in canon? Really?
So they do actually. This is when in Camelin, when Elaine and Rand are getting on, they go off and get drunk together. I feel like this is their moment.
This is an opportunity here.
Exactly. Like canon has just delivered the moment to us. They go off, they get drunk together, and Avienda's like, right, I've had enough fucking drinking, I'm going to bed, and then they carry on the rest of the night, and they have a moment together. I think that would be beautiful. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's like, why just let the sex happen in your head when you could just be having, just some adventures on your own too?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of payback there because Birgitte's there just like, oh, what are you doing to me? Like, this is in my head, and then she can just be like, well, actually, here you go, you got to fucking feel me at the same time, sort of thing. So, I think this works. Like, I don't think we need to change much for canon to make this work.
No. Also, this is adorable. I think Brigitte would probably say that Min is too pretty for her.
I was definitely thinking that.
We only really know how Brigitte feels about men. Maybe when it comes to other genders, she's her preferences aren't quite so unique.
Very true. Perhaps, yeah. She likes ugly men, but she likes pretty women. This is very possible. So
hey, there you go.
This is the thing.
Oh, I like it.
Well, I'm looking at the.
It would top the hell out of Min. I love it.
I'm looking at the chat names and Minette.
Minette's a cute one.
That's very cute.
Lauren recommended the Sooth bow. That's a cool one.
Oh,
or we could say Archer Seer or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's like taken from the Avengers fandom here. Minetta. I feel like that might be a little bit vague.
Yeah, Elminget, Delusions Elminget,
Silversooth. Kev, that's a fun one.
Silversooth. Oh, that is a good one. Yes.
Right.
Oh.
Silver Bow and Min, the
a bit of a soothsayer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that.
Silversooth is my favorite so far.
I like Silversooth. I think that works the best. That's
Elmin Gitta, Delusions. I think was that Dean's? Was that Dean's?
Yeah, I feel like yes, Dean. I just see that slightly further up. Elmin Gitta, yeah.
Also, Dean, I agree. I think like the energy between Min and Brigitte, like damn, like that's pretty great.
Yeah. I think that's
definitely ship it.
Yeah,
I ship it.
I mean, canon just delivers that to us so easily. But I'm also torn between the two names now. So, what was it?
Silversooth and Elmin Gitta.
Elmin Gitta, yes. Chat, you're gonna have to help us out here.
All right.
Which do we prefer?
Which one do you guys like better, Silversooth or Elmin Gitta?
Thumbs up for Silversooth. Thumbs down. No, that's not right. No, don't do that because then it sounds like we're downing one. So. Option 1. So 1 for Silversooth, 2 for Elmin Gitta. Okay? So 1 Silversooth, 2 Elmin Gitta. Put your vote in the chat and we'll see which one we go with here because this is, I mean, chat is also completely supporting this. So see, like Lauren's in there. I support the ship 100%.
How can you not ship this?
This is it's just beautiful. It's
especially
beautiful.
For the people that are like a little bit salty about where Min's arc went. If Min just decided to hang out with Brigitte and Elaine for the remainder of canon.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Distract Brigitte from Elaine's pregnancy problems.
Yep. Oh, here the numbers are coming in now because there obviously is a delay in chat, so I do apologise.
I'm seeing. I see Elmin Gitta is getting a little bit more love.
Slightly more love, yeah. But there's some ones creeping in now. Silversooth's climbing a little bit. So we've got 4 and 5. So 6 for 2, 5 for 1. Oh, it's very close. So Elmingetter is 1 vote up on Silversooth. So I feel like we're gonna have to go.
We'll keep it in our back pocket.
Yeah,
we'll keep it in our back pocket.
Okay.
But yeah, not everybody agrees on ship names in fandom either.
Yeah, that's true. And I think either name works well. They're both beautiful names. So, but we will move on and let's get our next ship going.
Right. Next ship.
Okay, first name out of the draw, we have Egwene. Okay. Nice.
Man, the wheel is just like they're serving us stuff on a platter.
It's pulling out the great names.
I say that before I know who the second person is. You know.
Yeah, we pull out someone really fucking bizarre now.
All right.
Come on, wheel. Give us something that really works. Tylee.
Oh my god. Oh shit. All right, this is spicy.
Okay.
If you do not remember who Tylee is. Tylee is a Shan Shan general, General Tylee Kirgan.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one who oh god, what is it? She's like the practical general who's like, yeah, Shadow Spawn are fucking real. What's wrong with you people?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Whew. Okay. Wow. So Elaine with a Shan Shan. This is whew. So
Interesting.
All right. Well, better than Gawain. That's definitely a thing.
Well, I don't know. Headsky in chat is going Gawain. So you know.
All right. I mean, there could be like a whole saga of like, you know, how do we get Tylee and Egwene into the same place? So I mean, the easiest thing I could think of is like, you know, prisoner of war from the attack on the White Tower. But I mean, we could rewrite canon however we want. This is how fanfic works.
Absolutely.
Everything is a possibility.
Yep. Okay.
Wolf Brother, I agree. Tylee Tylee's hot.
Yep.
In my head canon. You know, for a Shan Shan. Yeah.
Yeah, just put aside their cultural bullshit and, you know, the person, I always got the vibe that she was a good looking chick. So, okay. I don't know. I feel like the attack on the White Tower might be somewhere to start with because it's the most likely place, starting with canon, where they would possibly meet.
Mm-hmm.
Short of Tylee just defecting for some reason, and I suppose am I thinking right that Tylee is the one that interacts with Perrin?
Yes. When they're recovering Fael from Malden, Tylee is the one that Perrin sort of negotiates with. With that whole thing. I mean, there is always, you know, we could say that, you know, Tylee, that there's a bit of a splintering alliance there before canon decides to go into other places. Yeah. So that Tylee ends up going with Perrin. You know, maybe the Shadow Spawn attack before the forces separate, and then it's sort of like, you know, becomes a sense of obligation. Yes. So that when will you shut up, Bobo? This is the cat breaking my content.
The cat's just like, call it this ship name.
Tylee's last name is Kirgan. That was a question from the chat. Tylee Kirgan. Oh yeah. But I mean, that's one way. I do like the idea of, you know, with the attack on the White Tower. Logically, Tylee probably wouldn't be there because it was mostly an airborne attack, and she was an, you know, cavalry infantry general. But
yeah, okay, that's true.
Hand wave this. So we get prisoner of war. That could be like that dynamic. There could be a fun one.
That could work.
You know, in terms of like, you know, talking to each other, getting to know each other. You know, Tylee undermining, turning, right? You know, turning on the Shan Shan and sort of undermining when she sees like, you know, the truth of the Damani and the Soldam and how terrible it is.
I mean, I don't know. I feel that does work. I feel like maybe her interactions with Perrin might get her more into like leaving the Shan Shan and then going with Perrin, perhaps, and then maybe meeting Egwene on the field of Merilor, perhaps. Is that too much of a stretch?
Merilor. I was thinking before I went back to my White Tower idea. Okay, so Ty Lee ends up on the field of Marilor, but she is not with the Shanshan. She's with Perrin and the other forces from the Two Rivers, which is really interesting because Egwene is one of the only people in canon that really tried to maintain a connection with, people from her home life.
Yeah.
And so then there's Ty Lee, who is getting to know all of these people from the Two Rivers. And then, maybe she meets Egwene and doesn't even know that she's the Amerlin seed at that point. Or runs into Aegeanin and gets dragged into something, and she and Egwene share a moment, and she's like, "Fuck Gawain, get out of here."
Yeah, because Tylee's got her head screwed on. She's not just like, Gawain. She's not like. I don't mind Gawain. I'm not like a Gawain hater type thing.
I don't hate him. I mostly pity Gawain, but
yeah, I kind of feel pity for his whole situation.
I hate their relationship.
Yeah, the relationship that's an accurate way to describe it type thing. But in comparison, Tylee's like, okay, I'm still military. I've still got, all that training behind me. My belief system of, you've got to, all right, she's cross sides, but you've got to, follow your troops and follow orders and things like that. She's got that sort of training and history. So has that, I'm sorry, I've just seen Delusions in the chat talking about my gnomes in the background. The couch felt very empty, just me. So I was like, I've got my red love lights going on, and I was like, I need some company on the couch. So I've got Gru in the corner with my new gnome, which is this is Ash, by the way. So everybody meet Ash. You might not be familiar with my gnomes, but this is Ash. She's so sweet, Ash. So those cute little braids. So Gru is they're having a little cozy moment on the corner there, and then this is we've got grey, red, and forest. I don't know if you can see the colours or not. Obviously, it's very small on the camera, but you've seen them on the Leaf Show in that chaos. So yes, that's where they are, Delusions. But I feel like on the field of Marilor, they meet, and she's like, "Hey, this is a military person, got their shit screwed on, and she's hot." So I see this as her. It's almost like a reconciliation with her time with the Shanshan, because she does. You see her accept Eganin, well, I don't know how you want to say it. Aegeanin, thank you.
How I say it.
That works too, yeah. So you see her accept Aegeanin later on, so there's no reason she can't accept Tylee, slightly earlier instead, particularly when Gawain's being, well, okay, he was a bit better at that point, but, Gawain's being Gawain type thing. So, yeah, I think we could put that there. I feel that works.
Yeah, and I mean, Egwene is allowed to have complicated feelings about, and individuals, especially when it comes to the Shanshan.
Absolutely.
I have complicated feelings when it comes to the Shanshan, even if it mostly comes down to fuck them. But yeah, and this ship, especially if we try to look at it in terms of the field of Marilor, and this being, canonically very, very close to Egwene's death, doesn't even necessarily have to be a sexual one. This could be a sort of supportive, affirming sort of proto-romance here.
Absolutely,
almost a tragic that there wasn't more that could have happened here.
Yeah.
Because Aegeanin, bless her, there was debt involved in that relationship. But with Tylee, gosh, I mean, I just like Tylee as a character. Damn, fuck Tylee for making me like a Shanshan person. But
hey,
anyway, I like
look,
it.
just because the culture is
yeah,
and just because the
Egwene
culture
and Tylee on the field of Marilor, and our ship name, I saw Tywayne.
Tywayne, yeah, that
Tygwayne.
Tygwayne.
Tygwayne could be a fun one. Tygwayne,
Kargin.
No, did we see any other ones? That sounds too much like a real name.
Yeah, Tyween. Tyween, is that Tygween? Tyween might be better. Egwene, no, because we always say it's Egwene, isn't it? So
right, it's a well, it doesn't always end up that way. Sometimes the ship name becomes its own pronounced thing.
This is true.
But I like Tygwayne.
Tygwayne, that's not bad. I like Tygwayne. So
Eglee doesn't just has the same.
There's a bit more gravitas, isn't there, to Tygwayne as opposed
Tygwayne.
to So
it's kind of the first place my brain goes to.
Kev,
Eggy Lee from Kev.
Eggy Lee, a nice one, Kev. I like that.
Eggy Lee. Sounds like the name that someone who owns chickens in like southern Indiana would give their chicken a name.
Yeah, Eggy Lee. Eggy Lee. I love. Yeah. All right. So Eggy Lee's like the casual cool nickname, but I think. Sorry, that's tickled me a bit. All right, I like that. I like this. We've had some good matchups so far.
All right, Ty Gwaine.
Yeah.
All right,
Ty
friends. Gwaine. Have we sold you on it?
Yes.
You ship it.
Thumbs up if you're sold on this ship. Thumbs down if you're not sold on this ship. I want to see that in chats. I don't think I've asked whether we've just asked in general, but we haven't asked for thumbs up or thumbs down whether people buy the ship that we're giving out here. So, Tylene sounds like a woman from Alabama with a mullet. Chancellor, you always have the most interesting kind of comments going on. That's hilarious. Okay, and while we're waiting for thumbs up or thumbs down, I'm going to bring the wheel back, and we are going to pull up the next couple of names. So, first name...
Waiting for something to, really challenge us.
I know, right? Andro. We're going to get some Andro love on the go here.
Ooh, Andro. Okay,
yes.
All right.
God, we're getting quality characters. I mean, not that we put shit characters
I wonder if it'll be the
list,
same... No, it won't be the same one when we did our practice spin, because that character's not on the wheel anymore.
That's true, yes. Oh, God. When we practiced it, we got Andro on the golem, didn't we? So
no, we got Andro and Balthamo.
Oh, and oh, yes, and I didn't put him in the list. So, so we have Andro and we have Bear. By Bear? Yeah, Bear. I'm saying that right. Yeah.
Bear. So yeah. So the original thruple here is Ruark, Amis. No. That's lies. Bear is one of the wise ones.
Yes.
She's just one of the wise ones.
Do we want a third with this because we're throwing in Aiel, or are we happy with a? I mean, we could always see who comes up, and I don't have to use it. I could just leave it in the list for another draw. Should we do that?
Bear. Well, we can leave it for another draw. So we've got. It looks like we sold people on the Tylee and Egwene ship for the most part. Thumbs up there.
That's all we were getting was thumbs up. So yeah. Okay, yeah. Lovely.
I'm impressed. If someone showed me an Egwene and Tylee ship, I'd be like, Egwene with a Sean Shan?
And then we did it. So.
Hey, yeah, we did it. All right, pat us on the back. Okay, Andral and Bear.
Yes. Okay.
Well. My defense on this is that Andral is a very well-traveled man.
Okay, so is this going to be a pre-book relationship?
This could absolutely be a pre-book relationship.
Okay.
Maybe Andral, did some time as a peddler.
Very possible, yes. Peddling his leather goods.
There we go.
So.
Or, was a guard with a peddler caravan or something like that, right?
Absolutely
possible,
possible,
those are the only people that are supposed to be allowed into the Aiel Waste, peddlers and the takers and that Aes Sedai, I guess. But Aes Sedai never go to the fucking waste.
Yeah. This is true.
I like this. And there, Shance has pointed out, this is I like, we both got, we've got older people here in this ship.
Yes.
Bear's not as old as Sorlia is, but, she's also, she's, how old is she canonically? Is she in her 50s? She is one of the older wise ones.
She is one of the older wise ones.
As far as, is she one of the ones that can channel or doesn't channel? I don't remember.
Chat, help me out here. I feel like she's a dreamwalker for certain. I feel like so it was just Sorlia was the only one who couldn't channel, wasn't it?
But Sorlia had the tiniest
was that okay?
Ability, I think.
So there was one who couldn't channel, but was a wise one because she's just kick-ass, basically. And
right. Well, you don't have to be a channeler to be a wise one.
Exactly.
It's, it's more like not all channelers are wise ones, but not all wise ones are channelers, but all channelers become wise ones.
Wise ones, yes.
I think.
But in the terms of with the mix of who bears in, I think one of that sort of
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Headsky, cool, all right.
Thanks for that, Headsky.
Appreciate that.
It's always, I feel the pain of people doing live streams now, of asking a question and people answering it in the chat and us just continuing to talk shit while you're like, I answered it, but there's the delay.
Yes.
Well, aside from the whole channeling thing, so we get Andral who goes to the, he's in the waste. Mm-hmm. We know that the Aiel, especially the Aiel women, and maidens of the spear, maybe this was before Bear became a wise one.
Oh, I like this, back when she was a maid. So they're playing, is this after a game of Maiden's Kiss? That's what I'm seeing.
So did Andral fell into a game of Maiden's Kiss here.
Yes.
It was Bear that, took the prize, you might say.
Mm-hmm.
And that would absolutely be
Oh.
something that Androl would have done. And
Oh,
then
yes,
just, like,
absolutely. Yeah.
just, kept in his back pocket, kept it close to the chest for a while. The one time he played Maiden's Kiss in the Ideal Waste.
Yes.
Some Jane Farstrider type shit. I want Androl to write me the book.
I want that.
Where the
Yes.
memoirs.
Yes.
There we go. We'll call them that. The memoir, right? The memoirs of Androl.
Yes. That is. Oh, I love that. The memoir of Andro. But yeah, Maiden's Kiss, and then Bear just being like, "You're really good at this game. How good are you at the rest of the after party game?"
Yeah.
So yeah,
there we go.
I like that, and he's had a saucy time in the waste. I love that. I think that's brilliant. Okay, so we need a name for this, and we need a ship name. Okay.
I saw some that were
I did see a couple that were straight.
Rare.
Andrea, Bear Droll.
Bear Droll. That's a fun one.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, nice one, Chancellor there. There was a request for Thruple from a couple people, but we'd already kind of decided not to do it by the time it appeared in chat, so I do apologize. The lag.
Yeah, if we had gotten another Aiel, that would have been spicy.
Oof, that could have been. I mean, next time we're torn on it,
I can always spin the wheel again, and we get an Aiel. We'll just retrofit it. It's fine.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could always just spin the wheel if we think, do we need a third here? We could spin it to see who turns up. And if we're like, that fits, let's keep it, I'll take it off the list. And if it doesn't, then I can be like,
Right.
I'll leave it in the list for next time. But,
right. Or at any point, chat, just demand a threesome, and I suppose we will oblige you.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, you could demand a threesome and we could put it in there. The bear, I love this. Here we go. So we've got a name for the memoir, or this section of the memoir. The Bare Truth, Andrew's Time in the Waste.
Nice.
Like that. Stonehold Lovin' happened so fast. Chat, this is brilliant. Barrel?
This is much better than the story I came up with for Androl and Balthamel, let me tell you.
Oh, yes. A bear. Chat, you're killing me. This is brilliant.
Bear fire, but very different.
Yes. Okay. Andrea.
Andrea, I like Andrea.
Yeah, Andrea has
a bad one.
Yeah, that's that has a level of.
Barrel, I agree with Chance. Barrel sounds a little bit like some hair dye. I should know. I dyed this just.
It looks fabulous. I don't know what
the
you're
lights in here are dim, for the ambiance, but.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even. So I don't even have my ring light on. It's all very ambiance sort of. I have a lamp over there that's very dull and then red lights. I normally have my ring light on, but it was like bing. So no, I feel you there. Okay, so Andrea or what was the other?
Andrea.
Andrea?
I'm all right with it.
Andrea? We're okay with Andrea?
I feel like I could probably see where the chat's going with this, but give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you ship it?
Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Bear and Androl.
Bare naked Androl.
Maiden's Kiss with Androl the Peddler.
Yes, yeah. Or the Peddler's Guard. Either one. I think they both work there. So,
right.
But yeah, I love that. All right. Well, whilst you're putting your thumbs up and thumbs down, let's bring the wheel back and let's get another ship on the go. So, first name off the list, we are going with Asmodean. Okay.
Ooh.
Nice. Our first chosen or Forsaken, whichever you want. Oh, I mean, God, that would be easy canonically to sort out, wouldn't it?
God, it would be easy.
Okay, and Asmodean is being shipped with... our favourite pirate, Bail Doman. Wow!
No, this is fun. Okay.
Okay.
All right, what do we want to do? So, do we want this to be before Asmodean gets, his power all, snipped by Lanfear? Or do we want to try to, Asmodean lives?
Yes.
We could, rewrite.
Yes, so Asmodean doesn't die. Grendel doesn't... She thinks she's killed him, and he actually survived.
Okay.
I like that. And then he runs... He tries to... Oh, God, he tries to get a quiet life somehow. Because he feels like, I've been killed. I can,
And do you know which character in this series always ends up happening upon people when they're in some sort of dire straits? Bail motherfucking Domon.
Exactly. The unsung savior of the series.
He's like Tolkien's eagles, okay? Bail Domon is the Deus Ex Machina of the Wheel of Time.
Just swoops in. Okay, so he's killed.
So Osmo finds himself in trouble, maybe.
In trouble? Okay.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe
is he living?
Asmodean, because he's a channeler, right? He's one of the Forsaken.
Mm-hmm. But he's still
maybe instead of dying, Grendel severed him, so cut off his power.
Oh, and I love where we can take this,
and
because
then
yeeted
him off into somewhere else.
And Bail Doman is his reason for living. Like, you know, just because obviously when you get
Bail happens upon this man who's like, I don't know, about to like jump off a ship or something and be like, yo.
Finds him on the pier in a you know, in the middle of the night, contemplating.
We've got some hurt comfort. I love this trope. Nursing him back to health, trying to like, you know, hang out, hey, you know, canon thruple here too. If it's Bail and Aegeanin, and then Osmo in here.
Yes.
I think Aegeanin would be down for a little, you know.
Yep. And as they're pointing out,
say, and not that I like this. In fact, I hate it a lot. But they do say that, you know, sex is one of the ways to keep a man from wanting to die.
This is true. Yes.
After psychic trauma.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Bail and Aegeanin would do that. You know, they would wait until consent was actually a thing that was happening. But that's just me and my problem with the Warder Bond. Anyway.
But I love that, as Chad is pointing this out as well, like, so Bail Doman loves old things. Asmodean has a knowledge of, you know, the Age of Legends and that. They could share. There's a connection there for that. Their love of antiques and older things. He could tell stories. I mean, Bail Doman is going to enjoy.
Like some mystery to it.
Yeah, just that connection.
I would read the hell out of this fanfic.
Mm-hmm. I like that. So maybe he stumbles across him one evening late at night. He's contemplating killing himself by like drowning himself in the river or, you know, the coast or something, wherever Bail happens to be, and he happens to be at that time. And you know, he talks him away from that moment, talks him off the cliff edge, so to speak. And they become friends, and then that friendship develops through their love of antiques and old things. And you know, as Bail's going to appreciate good music. You know, and Andrew.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, Asmodean, not Andrew, sorry. Asmodean loves to, you know, he's a musician.
Confusing our bards.
I am confusing the bards here, yes. You know, I feel that, that this could just slowly develop over time. He still finds Aegeanin, and there is some kind of very just flowing thruple situation here of just comfort and that cozy love type situation.
Right,
thing.
some companionship.
Yeah, companionship. I like that idea. I think
like, you know, and Asmodean coming to terms with, you know, the loss of the one power. Mm-hmm. Of course, you know, we could talk about this ship all night in terms of like, you know, he finds out that Nynaeve is able to heal, heal the gentling, the severing that happened to him, and you know, but would that reconnect him with the Dark One? It's like a crisis of like, you know, do I, you know, stay with the light, or do I go back to the shadow?
I feel like because Rand severed him from the Dark One. So in terms of those cords,
he didn't have a choice.
Yeah, and being then severed from the power by Grendel will automatically just get rid of the shield that Lanthir put on him. So if he was then to the next age stumble on Nynaeve and she's, you know, in that state, you know, I'm a different person, forgive and forget, or move on, I've been, you know, whatever. She heals him. Like he would not be connected to the Dark One. He's going to be free of the shield from Lanthir, and he's going to be a different person in the process. He did some messed up things as a Forsaken, but I feel like he was changing towards the end.
Even not by his own choice, but yeah, especially if we take into the context, you know, this ship that we've just created here.
Yeah.
That you know, Bail Domon and Aegeanin, like Bail Domon's not the kind of person to hold their past against them.
Absolutely.
So, hell yeah. I mean, this is a fun one. The story that we've talked ourselves into. I've seen some ships' names be suggested for these ones.
Okay, let's have a quick look through the chat.
I love that #4shipping is here, and that we, you know, in talking about shipping, we've got a ship's captain here.
Yes. So Aegeanin,
many puns to be made.
This is my husband Doman and his boyfriend Asmo. Nice one. Yeah,
All
I
right,
like that.
I've seen Delmodian, Osmodemon,
Asmodeon.
Balemodian.
Balemodian. Okay, this.
A couple of these.
Balemodian seems. I mean, they're all a bit of a mouthful, aren't they? So. Basmo is just something that occurs to me in general.
Basmo.
Basmo. But that sounds.
Basmo's fun. It's like it's short, you know.
Yeah, short and just about Basmo. Yeah, I don't know. Asmail. Yeah, that works.
Asmail does sound like an actual person, but you know.
Asmon? No. Domon. Asmon. Domodine? Domodine. Ooh.
Demodian.
Demodian.
I think that was suggested a couple times.
Was that suggested? Did I miss that one?
I think it was. Let's see. Demodian was suggested by both Kev. I think it's suggested by Kev.
Okay.
And possibly by somebody else. But
right.
Kev, you got it before we did. All right.
I like
Demodian.
that. Demodian. Thumbs up or thumbs down, chat. Come on, yeah.
Thumbs up. Do you ship Demodian? Thumbs down. No, you don't ship it.
Yep. And while you're doing that, let's bring the wheel back and remove Bale from the list. We've given him a ship.
I'm frankly disappointed that I don't have my cats hanging out with me here. They're only interested in if I feed them or not. Ungrateful bastards.
Okay, so we have now, for the purpose, as you can tell here for the stream, I have Bane just pop up. I split Bane and Shiad. I was like, I'm not automatically going to put them in as Bane and Shiad. Like, I know Bane and Shiad is on Twitter and things like that, but I was like, no, Bane, Shiad, they can have this separate possible relationship. So Bane is our first.
They are their own people.
They are their own people. So Bane is the first name out of the hat here. Let's see who we get as a second name. We may add a third to this. Who knows? Let's see what happens. If we get another Aiel, I think it's going to be Grendel.
Bane and Grendel. All right. Things are heating up. What else we got?
Let's see what the third choice would be, and then we can decide whether we keep it or not.
Right.
In fact, we'll let chat decide whether we keep it or not, and then we'll try and make something work. So, and we have Gawain. Okay, so chat, I understand that there's a lag, chat, so we're going to riff for sort of the next 30 seconds to a minute. But chat, by the way, we got thumbs up for the previous ship name. For the previous ship, we got all thumbs up, so I love that.
I like it.
So...
Oh, man. Okay.
Wow. Chat, let us know. Are we
Bane,
keeping...
Grendel, and Gawain.
Gawain. Are we keeping Gawain as making this a throuple, or are we just going to go Chiad and Grendel? Let us know in chat.
Yeah, I'm just starting to see some of those things coming through now. We've got no. Oh man,
this is hilarious.
I mean, frankly, it could be. I mean, it could be hilarious. Like, there's a little bit like some low level compulsion could be like the One Powers version of like medication.
Go back to Grendel. Buy Gawain. Braindale's a good one, Scott. Gawain is only there to watch. Oh, we're getting into that sort of situation. He's not.
It is Grendel. Yeah. I mean, Gawain's pretty. Like, Grendel would probably want to keep him as one of her pets. Like, absolutely would want to rewrite that personality.
Yeah.
Grendel's not into the bratty subtype, which is exactly what exactly what Gawain is.
Yeah, Shelton is asking, is Bane hot enough to be one of Grendel's pets?
I mean, that's in the eye of the beholder. Yes. We know that Gaul only wanted Chiad.
Yeah. All right, so just quickly, before we carry on, shall we keep Gawain in? Should we make this a throuple? Should this be our first throuple?
I feel like Gawain could be better served in a different place.
Okay,
like,
so
it was, for the proto,
So we just go
the brief time that it was there. It was all right. Like, but
we'll
come back to Gawain.
Okay, so I'll leave Gawain in the list, and let's send the wheel away for a moment. We don't need that now, and we will just go for Bane and Grendel. Okay. Canonically, I'm pretty certain they don't meet.
No. I think it would be the caveat that I wanted to throw in here is no compulsion. Mm-hmm. It has to be organic. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
Wow, chat is getting real creepy. Not creepy on Gawain, but just like a little bit meat tree. Maybe he would watch from the closet in a Superman costume. Watch from the closet, creepy enough already, in a Superman
I
costume.
feel like that's a reference to something,
That
unless Tree just came up with that on her own, in which case I'm impressed.
Yeah, Tree, start writing some fanfic there.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
It's not a particular it's not something I would have imagined.
Yeah. All right. So
Frankly.
sorry, that was just
So
really that caught me in
Bane,
chat. And I was like, what?
yeah.
All right. So Bane and Grendel. Okay. What are we doing, Bane and Grendel?
This could be. I mean, there's some fun ideas that could be had here post canon. While
Okay.
Bane and Shiad are both Guy Shine still. They're in Man. I could Grendel gets hit with her own whammy while she's
Yes.
Hustlom.
So is she possibly?
It may just be that, like, instead of having her brain totally scrambled so that she wants to be Avienda's, slave forever, that it just kind of like knocked her out, right? So she was disabled, you might say.
Okay.
Or what's the word I'm looking for?
Discombobulated. Diffused. Okay.
She had been diffused as a force in the battlefield.
Okay. So we're going.
There could be
full
something to have Grendel being made Guy Shine, and then
I mean,
by Avienda or somebody else.
At sort of that's I mean, Avienda has in effect captured Grendel by causing her to be subject to her own compulsion. So, although Grendel, in terms of the canonical series, is probably not worthy of being made Guy Shine, it should just be punished, executed, or some sort of situation there. Perhaps Avienda has a little bit of leniency and says, actually, we're going to make a Guy Shine. She's suffered mental trauma. All right, she's a nasty person to start with, but
Delusions is also, we've got another hurt comfort trope here, that Bane might be the one, while Chiad is all concerned with Gaul, Bane might be helping Grendel sort of regain herself.
Yep. Kev, let me know if that's any better, by the way. Sorry to disrupt for a moment. Kev saying the fire noise is a little off-putting. I've turned down the fire noise. So let me know if that's any better, Kev, or just everyone else in the chat in general. I wanted it to be so you could hear it, but I didn't want it to be distracting, so I didn't realize that. Thank you for letting me know, Kev.
I can't hear it at all, so I
No,
apologize.
so yeah, I
in on it.
The way the streaming software that I'm using works, I can't hear it. Obviously, Master of the Deck can't hear it. In fact, Master of the Deck can't see anything except me. So she can't.
I see you and I see our chat.
Yes, So I have to tell her everything. Bless. But yeah, let me know if the fire is too quiet or right right volume, whatever type thing. But yeah, so we've got a post last battle situation. She's post canon. Yeah, Guy Shine.
It's sort of recovery here.
Yeah, recovery. I mean, I see Nynaeve feeling not sorry for her specifically in terms of who she is as a person, but sorry for the fact that she's been she at the beginning she'd probably be like, well, you deserve this, because you compulsed everything that you ever found attractive and just sort of kept in.
Bane teaches Grendel about consent.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah. So whilst they're working together as Guy Shine, I like that. Okay. And it just kind of develops from there. I don't feel this is going to be like epically romantic, but I feel like it's.
It could be a very slow burn.
Yeah, very slow burn.
Especially since Bane and Chiad are already a thing. And I don't see why. If Chiad is also interested in pursuing something with Gaul, that Bane wouldn't be able to also have, something else that she could be pursuing, in that year and a day that would be like the name of this fanfic. It would be called A Year and a Day.
Oh, that would be the name of the fanfic. That would be spot on. Okay. So, I feel like this is going to be more of not a like romantic relationship, but more like a companionship type situation.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So Delusions in chat mentioned that this could be like the first time that Grendel grows to feel like a genuine love for somebody. And it could be, not necessarily like that, the romantic. It could be an aromantic relationship. That doesn't mean that, there isn't authenticity or love here.
Yeah.
Because, people's romantic orientations doesn't mean that they don't have relationships with each other.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In any case,
Okay.
Yeah, this could be fun.
Yeah, I like this.
They're
okay.
interesting.
Yeah, it's...
All right,
it's
ship names.
Well, one has just jumped into chat. Anna Michaels. I hope I'm saying the last name right there because it's not spelled like Michael. Maiden Heartseeker. I mean, that's a bit of a mouthful in terms of a ship name, but quite beautiful. Just full stop. What else did we get going on in chat?
If I shortened it to like Maidenheart, that could be a fun one.
Maidenheart works, yeah. We've had
a little bit misleading there.
Grainbane, Graindane.
Banedoll was suggested.
Banedoll. Oh, Banedoll's not. Yeah, that's not too bad. That works.
I like Banedoll.
Yeah.
Shans also threw out like Hesselane because I mean, in all honesty, right now we're not dealing with Graindall, we're dealing with Hesselane.
That Hesselane, yeah, Hesselane actually, yeah, Hesselane really works for me. Now that I've said it a couple of times, I like that. Chat, how are we feeling about this? Give us a thumbs up if you are feeling this ship. And
the post-canon Guy Shine Graindall rehabilitation.
Yeah, Graindall rehabilitation scene.
Guy Shine rehab.
Yeah, no one walks in the shadows. I'm going to paraphrase it, but no one walks in the shadows so long that they cannot be brought back to the light. So, if
Graindall was there for a long ass time.
She was there for a long ass time. You are quite right. Okay, so yeah, thumbs up or thumbs down in the chat for that. Let me bring back the wheel. I kept Gawain in the mix, so he may still reappear at some point. But let's get...
I'm going to be sad if we don't... Matt, Perrin, and Rand have not shown up yet.
They have not.
In this chat tonight.
We have our awesome side character situation. Farouk Khalid has popped up. Like that.
Another one of the Shan Chan favorites.
Yes. Okay.
God, I need someone with top energy.
Come on. We need something that works... And who did you didn't you just say we didn't have one of the boys? We now have Rand in the mix.
Oh shit. Okay, I was going to say need somebody with top energy, but Rand doesn't really. Okay. All right, I'll okay. Here's the thing. Farouk Khalid is, he's a servant.
Yes.
He's a Death Watch guard. Like his life is to like protect the Empress of the Shan Chan and all of that. And he needs somebody who will tell him what to do. But Rand needs somebody who will tell him what to do too. Oh,
okay,
man.
But are we thinking Rand post-Dragon Mount or pre-Dragon Mount?
Darth Rand? Ooh,
yeah, Darth Rand or Zen Rand. Or even, no, because it's too soon canonically to have him as pre-Darth Rand when he was just like barely holding it together Rand. Yes, Geek2 Studios, that is... Kev, my apologies. Names are all just moving together there. The Death Watch captain, yes, you are quite right. So...
I realized we didn't ask everyone else if they shipped it, but we did, but there were just a couple of
just a couple of thumbs up. Yeah, that's fine.
So, for Khalid and Rand, that is always a good question of, like, which Rand we want here for this one. I personally, I think that... Did Furyk survive the last battle?
I want to say yes.
Right, because he wanted to go die, but Matt was like, fuck that. Like, all right, okay, sure, you're going to come die, whatever.
Yeah, all right, come fight with me.
You're going to come die with me.
Yeah, you'll get your opportunity to die, and then he doesn't die, yes. So, yeah, I'm pretty certain he stays.
Okay.
They're actually asking for a third person. We've had 2 requests for a third person. Shall we... Shall we spin and see who we get? Let me bring the wheel back. The wheel's back. Let me spin and see what happens and see if we like this or not, because, it could be really messed up.
Maybe it'll be the person that ties them together.
Sylviana
would absolutely tell those 2 boys what to do.
Yep. I feel like we've got a good throuple on the go here, so...
We've got our work cut out for us, though. How the fuck did we manage to put these 3 together?
I mean, this has to be Zen Rand for a start. I think it has to be that late in the series to make it work.
Zen Rand, or maybe even post-canon. Because Sylviana lives, does she? Or does Sylviana die? I mean, we could always just say whatever, she lives.
Yeah, she lives. Okay, so let me... all right, so we've added the third person.
we're not going to add a fourth person yet. This
No,
is
no,
hard
no,
enough.
no, no.
No.
I'm getting. The wheel is gone. The wheel is off the screen.
This is not the
No.
Avengers, okay? This is not an OT6.
Yeah, Chardonnay. We're not adding a fourth. Come on, this is not.
All right, so if we've got it could be Rand Oridan, right? Rand and Moradin's bodies, gone, ridden off into the sunset. Mm-hmm. My headcanon is that Rand's actually not okay at all after the post-last battle. And then Farouk is also not really okay at all. I don't know, maybe they both decide to flee their responsibilities and they run into each other.
Oh, okay. So Farouk is, I'm suggesting that Farouk has left the Shanshen because didn't die in the last battle.
Or he was dismissed, or he was given.
Yeah, you were meant to die in the last battle. You didn't. And despite the fact you tried to get yourself killed, you didn't, and so we kick you out with a Death Watch guard or something like that. So maybe he bumps into Rand wandering. Rand doing his.
They're both sort of purposeless and aimless at this point.
Yeah.
Dealing with their own versions of post-traumatic stress, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Farouk is much older than Rand. I was just thinking about that.
Yes.
They could make for an interesting traveling companionship there. Rand in.
Especially if they both hid their histories first.
Right. Mutually lying. Although Farouk would have a hard time hiding his accent.
This is true,
Rand would politely pretend that whatever,
because
Westland's accent he was putting on was great.
Rand's like, I'm trying to hide who I am. I'm also in the body of a previous Forsaken, so I need to be extra careful. So I'm not going to dig into your secret because that will cause you in reaction to dig into my secret or try and dig a secret out of me. So yeah, I feel like there would be a respectful, I'm going to just buy your lie and you can buy my lie. And
right.
Yeah.
So Sylviana, Sylviana is very committed to, her, to the Aes Sedai, but she was also Egwene's keeper, and she was I firmly believe that Sylviana became very attached to Egwene and what Egwene wanted to do with the White Tower.
Yes.
I absolutely don't think that, especially if we say that Cadsuane was going to become the Amerlin seat, that Sylviana would want anything to do with that.
Yeah.
I think she may choose to go on a sabbatical or something like that, or she was like, okay, I'm gonna go and do I'm gonna do what Pavara did. I'm gonna go out into the world. Yeah. And I'm going to do something, create some positive change in the spirit that Egwene Alvier left us with.
Or perhaps some form of ambassador, I suppose, to the other groups of channelers or groups of women throughout. And that gets her out of the tower, out from under Cadsuane. She doesn't have to deal with that immediate I've lost Egwene moment, but she's still forwarding Egwene's mission. Cadsuane's just like, okay, you go off and do what Egwene wanted. You're not under my nose immediately, and I don't have to deal with that every single day. Kind of like the best of both worlds situation. And then I suppose she stumbles into the guys.
I can't imagine any situation in which the three of these people would come together that's not hilarious. It's got to be a comedy of errors of some kind.
Yeah.
Maybe Farouk and Rand start a fight in a tavern or something like that. They get involved in a brawl.
Oh.
And Sylviana has to step in.
Yes,
and,
I like that
because
they're both skilled fighters. So perhaps they bump into each other. He's like, "You're Sean Chen." And he's just like, "Fuck you." And they have a fight, and she's like, oh, "What the fuck are you two doing? I'll sort you out." And then realizes, hold up, you're ex Sean Chen at the very least, if not current, and you look like I recognize your face somewhere. You seem dodgy. So
she decides to keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
And maybe she just God damn it, Bilbo, stop it. He's chewing on my flower crown. Maybe she decides that they need to come with her. I don't think that she would bond them. In fact, I would hate that if that happened because I hate bonding in the Wheel of Time period. But we've sort of like, we've co-opted Sylviana into this sort of strange companionship of like traveling.
Yeah.
You know, so in a way that's like, they're not her warders, but they could be providing some
Yeah,
sort of like,
maybe they come
bodyguard to them. Furrick is a Death Watch guard, and Bran doesn't know what the fuck's happening. His brain is all scrambled to hell. So like this could be great. All right, I'm trying to look at the chat here and see any comments that have been made about this.
I mean, Scott says,
Shan, so you can see my cat.
Yeah, potentially retired into the kin for Sylviana.
Right, and that would depend entirely on whether or not Cadsuane or whoever else followed after Egwene, kept on with that policy. That was more of like, a brainchild of hers. It wasn't even anything officially proposed.
Yeah.
So like, we say Sylviana's still an Aes Sedai, what have you.
Yeah, I think it works. Okay.
That's certainly a relationship that could grow. I think. I can't not see a sort of like. There is a bit of like, a dom sub dynamic with these people. We didn't intend it that way, but I mean, I definitely see in both Rand and Furrick, they're not the most assertive people.
No, and they're lost.
There's something about
Yeah.
They need somebody who is there to sort of like guide them. Really, and
Sylviana's feeling a little lost after losing Egwene and is wanting some kind of purpose in life, and then she finds these two guys who are pretty lost and wanting, something to dedicate themselves to, I suppose, and it might develop from there, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, she's telling them what to do, and it's sort of like, oh no, she's hot.
Yeah.
If people weren't aware, Sylviana is one of my absolute favorite characters in the Wheel of Time. I love her a lot. Sylviana is she's the reason that I'm like, yes. Red is my Aja.
Okay. I like that. It has been pointed out that I'm not getting very drunk in chat, so I do apologize.
I'm probably halfway through my bottle of wine.
I mean, yeah, I am drinking. Don't worry. It's just I'm also then just sitting on the couch and talking. It's hard to,
Well, I suppose half a bottle of wine's not really going to do much for me. Wait until this whole bottle is gone.
But speaking of drinking and vessels, I am going to attempt to give away a frosted mug. I have.
We're going to do a ship. Talk about it now, and then we'll ask for ship names. I'm going to go troll through the chat.
Yeah,
you do the mug spiel.
So yeah, because I feel like we're going to need an interesting name for this throuple we've got going on. So I'm very grateful. I am giving away 2 of my frosted mugs this live stream. So I'm hoping I've set it up correctly. And much like the Dusty Wheel does, and Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern earlier today managed to do giveaways using the bot. We'll see how it works. I'm going to press start. Hopefully it appears in chat. We'll see what happens, and wait and let's see if it appears, because I'm hoping to be able to give away some frosty mugs. So let's see. There is a delay in it apparently, so it might happen, it might not. Let's see what happens. Please work. But if not, I have a backup bot, but I will just... Oh, yes! It has gone into chat!
Hey, the raffle's in there!
The raffle's in there, yes! So all you need to do is !raffle in the chat to be put in to win a frosted mug. Ah, this works! I'm impressed. So, and whilst I've done that, have we found a ship name?
I believe it was Chansney who suggested Furandiana.
Furandiana?
Which...
Ooh.
When you're trying to add 3 names together, or 3 like concepts, sometimes things come out and it's easy and it jumps out and you're like, yes, that's totally a thing. And other times it's more difficult. I think this one's harder.
Yes.
Because like you end up, there are some concepts, like we could go with something like, try to combine like Death Watch Guard, and Dragon and Keeper. But I don't have time for that. I like Furandiana.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that works. I really and it flows nicely as well.
Otherwise, we do like the Dragon Watch Keeper, which just sounds dumb.
Yeah, and that's how many syllables are we throwing in there? It gets a bit wild and crazy. So,
in the OT3 game, you can come up with some fantastic things. I mean. Early on in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a popular ship was Stark Spangled Banner.
Oh, Stark Spangled. Oh,
Which
I like
is a
that.
nice
Yeah.
pun. Yeah.
That is a good
Anyway,
pun. That works.
whew, all right. So there's
Jake,
still.
Jake in
Oh
chat.
no, Maddie just showed up. Hi, Maddie.
Oh.
Welcome. Yeah, you are in a different time zone for me. I always forget that.
Yeah.
So
So I did see
before
this,
we
like,
move on,
yeah, YouTube
yeah.
was being weird. I had this with Headski, and Headski was lucky enough to, he's in my Discord server, and was like, hey, it's like an hour and 45 minutes out. And everyone was like, no, 45 minutes, because that's 8 p.m. Eastern. And I looked at YouTube, and it said the right time as far as I could tell, but it was telling Headski, who's in Australia, an hour later. So, yeah, that's, sadly, maybe that's happened to Maddie as well. Time zones suck. They really do suck.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I'm sorry there.
Fuck time zones. Well, this is a perfect time for a recap since we're just over an hour in.
Yes.
So we started off with strong with Logain and the Golem. We got mixed reviews. We got mixed reviews about that. Admittedly, I feel like I could have done better by the Golem, at least for this. Like, monster fuckers deserve better than what I gave for them.
Yeah, I mean, we could do this as like just we could do an evil version of this at some point.
Of course.
We wanted to do something a bit more cozy for Valentine's Day specifically.
Spicy.
Yeah, but we were like, we'll keep out all the horrible shit. Yeah, so
right. Like we removed certain names from the wheel, or didn't include them this time around. So okay, after Logain and the Golem, we went to
Loyal and Berylane.
Loyal and Berylane, which was wholesome as fuck.
Oh God, that was so wholesome.
I was gonna write this down and then I forgot.
I'm gonna watch this back and write down the names and just like the name, the ship name that we
Loyal
picked.
And Berylane,
stroking the eyebrows while he reads a book on the couch. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Right, because it was like we continued on the monster fucking train, right?
We did,
Loyal.
and I'm gonna try and look back and chat for some of the names and some of the things.
Right, so we had Golblar, I think was our
Golblar sounds right. Yes.
Golblar for Logain and the Golem. Then we had Barreloil Lane.
Barreloil Lane, yes.
Barreloil.
Yes.
We didn't. I don't think did we. I like Barreloil Lane just because it rolls off the.
There's some fun there, isn't it, in the way you say that? So
right, it's not as fun to say Barreloil. Barreloil Lane was ours for them. Then did we go? Was after them? Was it Andral and Bear? No, was it?
I'm not sure.
Did I skip somebody?
I feel like we might have skipped someone. I can't go that far back in chat, sadly.
No, it's okay. Yeah,
the next one I'm getting is Bear and Andral. So leather goods. So yeah, we had Bear and Andral, which ended up being what do we go with there? Bedro? Andrea? Andrea.
I think we went with Andrea because Beryl sounded too much like hair dye.
Yes.
And then we got Asmodean and Bail Domon, which was that was a pretty great ship, I have to say. Asmodean and Bail Domon.
Absolutely.
We spun a good tale, a tale of hurt comfort. Asmodean lives. This is just straight up fan service here on the Asmodean and Bail Domon ship. And it's Demodian. Is that what we came up with?
That sounds about right.
Demodian.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we came up with the Hesselane.
Yes.
It was Bane and Hesselam / Grandal.
Yep.
And then we just ended up with Furandiana.
Yeah.
Which is
the thruple.
Holy
indeed.
crud.
So the raffle has closed. I only set up for 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes went past so quickly. I can't believe that happened so quickly. But we do have some. We had plenty of entries in there, so I am going to pick a winner. There will be a slight delay, so it may appear in chat before I say it. But here we go. The first winner of the first ever giveaway for a Malkir Talks frosted mug. First time I've ever done this. This is really exciting. I'm like, as was pointed out, like my joy over the bot working was like just so exciting. So I'm gonna pick a winner, and the winner is Geek2 Studios. That is Abigail.
Abby!
Oh yay, Abby!
Yay!
Abby, you have won
I'm
a
sorry,
frosted
Dana.
mug.
While we were talking about our ships, I forgot to tell people to enter the chat.
That's okay. I am giving away a second one. I'm gonna tweak the timer so it runs for a lot longer, and we can just keep chatting and keep being like, put your entries in. But Abby, oh my God, congratulations! You are the first ever giveaway winner of a frosted mug. Like, wow. Congratulations.
I love it.
Yes. Contact me in Discord and we will arrange things so that I can get that sent out to you. So, yeah, love that. Absolutely brilliant. I need to just send that back now. Let me close that. First time I've ever done this, so I do apologise if I look like I'm staring off into the screen and being like, how does this work? So, this is fun. This is really fun. I love this. I'm so glad that worked. I'm really, really happy.
I'm excited for you. When technology things come together, when it's like you made a thing happen, it's the feeling that I get when there's a problem with one of my Discord bots, and I'm like, fuck, now I have to figure out what's wrong with it, and then to actually fix it and be successful.
Hey, I mean, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I'm turning the wheel on and off. I'm just using my phone as like a remote control to be like, wheel up, wheel down, wheel up, wheel, yeah.
Rob is like the innkeeper here. He's got it all. He's got it all figured out.
I'm trying. Like every time I've got to be there. I mean, by the way, like if you're watching this and you don't know what the Dusty Wheel is, please go check it out. It's awesome, great. It's just such great Wheel of Time content. But I watched that and I'm like, how does Taylor do that? I want to know. And then I'm looking for other stuff, and I stumbled onto this like remote control feature, just looking through stuff, setting up stuff for this. And I was just like, this is amazing. And I know I could have just asked, and Taylor or Matt would have told me, but I was like, oh, I stumbled across it. I felt very accomplished. So. But now we've given away one frosty mug. There will be a second frosty mug later, so don't worry, you will have a chance. And I'm going to do these live streams once a month. So March is still up in the air about what I'm doing exactly, timing-wise. I'm waiting for some confirmations. And April is confirmed, and I'll go through those later. And I'm working on. But yeah, every month there's going to be a live stream, of some sort of fun nature. And we are going to have... Chansonnet, I love that. So in America you have an innkeeper, but because I am in Britain, you have a pub keeper with me. That is my alter ego right now. I am the pub keeper. I love that.
All right, so. Rob, entertain the masses. I need to visit the Wiz Palace. Okay.
Okay, do that.
The wine has.
That is fine.
Starting to kick in.
That is okay.
BRB, y'all.
That's fine. I've sent you.
This is very professional behavior.
There we go. It is just me for the moment. But yeah, I love that. Publican, pub keeper, something like that. That's brilliant. But so yeah, actually, while we have this moment, let's talk about what's happening with other live streams. So in March, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm waiting on some confirmations to do another Aja panel. So if you're familiar with the channel, I did do an Aja panel earlier it was last year. And there was myself, Delusions, Tree, Mellow Yellow, and DT in text form because he wasn't feeling well enough to be recorded, sadly. And we sorted people into Ajas. Well, I'm expanding that hopefully for March and have a representation for every single Aja, including the black, which is, me, if you weren't aware of that. And I'm enjoying chat. This is fun. Enjoy your whizzing mustard, Nate. That's brilliant. So yeah, and then we will sort people into Ajas, and we'll go a little wacky. We'll throw in other fantasy characters and sci-fi characters and things like that. So we'll expand it rather than just have Wheel of Time. But it'll be like we'll start Wheel of Time and then go a bit eccentric. So that'll be like some sort of Brady Bunch sort of situation. And I might have I might keep with the wheel. I like the wheel spinning, so maybe I'll have some sort of Brady Bunch thing going on. So yeah, that is what I'm hoping for March. If confirmations don't happen, I will find something else to do in March. And then in April is the next Town Jokes competition. And 1 second, let me bring Master Deck back. Are you ready, Master Deck, to come back?
All right, I am here. Are we ready to spin the wheel once more?
Yes, I'm just going to let you know that the next Town Joke competition is in April. And my confirmation for that is I have the ladies from Road to Tarvalon confirmed to join me for the announcement of the grand winner of the next Town Joke search competition, and at the same time I'll also announce who will win the Town Joke book giveaway that I will do then as well. So yeah, that's kind of the next couple live streams. Might maybe hear about next month, who knows, we'll see. So let's bring the wheel back and let's do our next spin. So first name out of the spin, we have love it, we have Uno. Gotta
Ooh,
love
hell
some
yeah.
Uno. Yes, I love this.
Hey, Uno's got a great ass. He can get it.
There we go. Yep, we know he's been described as good. Who are we shipping Uno with? And oh, Pedro Nile.
Damn. Damn.
Oh,
Okay. Hold on. Let's I got something for this, right?
oh,
Pedro
okay.
Nile is one of the great captains. And Uno is a Shinaran soldier who,
Ah,
also fights under Agomar, one of the great captains. I mean, pretty much most of the Westlands came together during the Aiel War. There is no reason that there wouldn't have been Shinarans fighting with White Cloaks when the Aiel were, invading.
so we're going for a younger ship here. Is that what we're going for?
I mean, that's also a possibility. I feel like,
I mean, we
you know,
got.
in, in this,
I'm happy either way. Like we're going for an older ship, a younger ship.
right. Canonically, we would have to hand wave a lot of stuff to get Uno anywhere near Pedro Nile, because
Yes.
Pedro Nile he doesn't really leave the Fortress of the Light during the events of canon, as far as we know.
Okay, so are we going for a pre-books ship then?
Could be. At least we're sort of like, yeah. So pre like Eye of the World canon. So Aiel War. I mean, that could be fun.
Okay.
How would Uno find himself in Pedro Nile's company?
So they mix.
This seems to definitely be like a sharing body heat type situation. You know what I'm saying?
So they mixed up the armies a little bit. I know that there was, for example, in the New Spring bits, we do get that. For example, Lan was working with Borderlanders predominantly, but I did get the sense that there were combinations of the armies working together type thing. It wasn't a case of. I'm sure he talks about these southern, these people who aren't from the Borderlands don't understand guard duty properly and stuff like that, wasn't it? Because he had to wake them up in the rounds. So they do have mixed countries working together in the war. So perhaps Uno ends up working under Pedro Nile. Perhaps at the beginning, because the White Tower only gets involved to do healing and such. So, and I see Pedro Nile being, to say, hey, we need to push back these Aiel savages. I see that working. So perhaps he is working in the group that Pedro Nile is directly involved with and managing and commanding, and there's a level of respect. I don't know. Also, are we doing pre-Ilos or post-Ilos?
Well, I mean, not that I have a thing for her comfort fic or anything like that. Not that it's a trope that appeals to me. But I mean, do we know the story of how Una lost his eye?
I'm not familiar with the story of how Una lost his eye.
Because
where is someone like Aradia or Morgan when you need them? Come on.
Exactly. Damn it, Aradia. I should ping them. See if they're around. In any case, the thing about Uno's eye was all fucked up, right? It wasn't just that he lost his eye, but he was scarred.
Yes.
So if we're fighting in the Aiel War, if he was hanging out working under Pedro Nile, it would make sense that there weren't any Aes Sedai around. So there's a situation, maybe it's close to the Battle of the Shining Walls, which means it's winter. We've got the blood snow. And so there is Uno is, with, Pedro Nile's company or something like that. Maybe he's one of the only Shinarans that are around. Maybe he wasn't even supposed to be there. And then he gets his eye all fucked up.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
And so, now we have, Pedro Nile, who's, with this young Shinaran soldier who's just got this horrible injury. He's trying to keep his mind off of it. Maybe they're cold too. And, there's this, sort of supportive situation that, may or may not also involve sex.
Okay, so it's
keep
like...
his mind off the pain.
Yeah, so it's comfort in the moment type situation as opposed to a relationship that's long and lasting and things like, it's... Yeah, I that works for me. Yeah, he's suffered an injury. It's cold. Pedro Nile's trying to comfort him, because Pedro Nile never struck me as a cold individual. In terms of not caring for the people that works under him or he commands or anything like. He never struck me as someone who didn't care for his troops. So
No, Pedro Nile is not like Eamon Valda.
exactly, yeah.
He's certainly, he's a capable commander, a very suspicious man, arrogant to be sure, not without cause.
Yes,
you might say.
yeah.
I'm quite sad actually that we didn't get to learn more about him. Given that he was one of the great captains. He was an old man in the events of the story, and I believe that he and Galad would probably have gotten along. Even though Pedro Nile would have been in contempt of Galad's naivete. Which also reminds me, we have not spun the wheel on Galad yet, and that's disappointing. God, there are a lot of people on this wheel. We're not going to spin them all, and I'm really sad about it.
No. I'm looking at. I flicked back to the wheel, and I'm like, I'm sorry. There's got to be. We must have put. Where's my original list? So we actually. This was months ago.
There's so many names on it.
So we decided.
All right, while he's looking for that, I'm going to troll through ship names.
We decided, this like months ago, and I wrote down this list, and I've put it into the spinny wheel thing. And if there isn't okay, so there's 3 lines here, and I added more names to it. So 1, 2, 3. There's got to be like 60 names on this list without breaking a sweat. So,
I mean, the fact that we whittled down like 2,000 plus named characters to 60, and we probably forgot about people that like we didn't put a bunch of the Aiel clan chiefs on here, and did we even remember to put Mazrim Taim on the list?
Taim is not. So I had
just add him to the list. It's okay. Just add him in. I was just thinking about it because when Osmo came up, I was like, yeah, Osmodian and Taim. That's a popular ship. Anyway. I saw Chansonnet put in here before she put it Nomestial.
I like that.
Nomestial is nice. I like that when it rolls off the tongue. It's got a nice vibe to it. Somebody said Flaming White Cloak.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I like that.
Can you imagine Pedro Nile hearing Uno like swearing? And like secretly just being like, thinking it's hilarious.
Just looking at this, who else I've not put on the list that we talked about putting on the list? Ruark. So Ruark.
I am shocked. You know what? This is my fault too. I proved this, and we didn't put Ruark is zaddy. Ruark is zaddy as fuck, and we didn't. Taim and Ruark are going on the list here.
They're on the list. I can't guarantee that they'll pop up, but they're on the list.
But now they're on the list. All right, Nomestial has stolen my heart as far as the ship name
Nomestial, I really like that, yeah.
Puno just doesn't do it for me.
Oh my god.
This is like Stonewolf versus Garen.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Where is? So I saw a couple of fun talks. So Tree, fun talks, fun comments. Tree, it was all fun and games until Uno lost an eye. That just made me laugh.
Kev saying he wasn't going to touch how Uno lost that eye. So Uno lost an eye during sexcapades with Pedro Nile.
Yep.
That's what happened. You know what? No regrets were had.
There we go. And Chansonnet, Uno gave up half the light of the world for his knight in white. Love this.
Maybe that's why Niall even cared about him at all. He saved his life.
Malkir's Mares, the one-eyed monster. Wow. I love that. This is brilliant. Some of the things that people are coming up with. This is flaming. This is great. Flame cloak. Oh, flame cloak.
I mean, flame. I'll take it. I'll take flame cloak as far as we can have our first esoteric ship name of the night.
That would be our first
conceptual one.
This is true. Okay.
Flame cloak.
Flame cloak.
All right, friends. Have we convinced you? Do you ship Uno and Pedro Nile? Yeah.
Thumbs up or thumbs down if we have
war shenanigans.
Yes. And whilst you are putting your thumbs up or thumbs down for whether we've convinced you, let's bring out a couple more names. And I love if we get Taim or Ruark here. No, okay, we're starting with Ingtar. We're getting some love for Ingtar. Okay, let's see who we mix Ingtar with. And spin. And, So I think this is going to be fun, but you're also going to be disappointed because it's Sleet. Do you want me to try and spin a third time and see if we pull Gawain out of the mix?
If we get Gawain on a third, I'm here for it.
Let's spin it.
We've got a redemption arc on our hands.
Yeah,
it's
because
not going to be Gawain.
You love...
Because the wheel doesn't like me that much.
The wheel's a dick. No, it is not. Narishma. Are we keep? Now I feel we should go for just a couple here. Or do you want to keep?
Sorry, could you say who was the third person? It just kind of buffered on me
Oh,
for a second.
Narishma.
Yeah, that's no fun. We'll
No.
save Narishma for another one.
We'll leave the Narishma in the list, and we will. We'll go with.
Gotcha. Yeah. So we'll go with Sleet and Ingtar.
Sleet and Ingtar.
And if people aren't already aware, I will say. Well, I'll tell you who Sleet is and why I'm disappointed that it's not Gowan. Anyway, we've got some mixed opinions on Flamecloak. I think, yeah. Anyway, okay. So Sleet is a warder who is with the Tower Aes Sedai. His Aes Sedai is Hattori. I believe she's a green.
She is a green. Yes, you are quite right. Yeah.
Sleet appears as a character who actually does conversations. I believe in the Gathering Storm.
No, I think it's slightly earlier than
before
that.
Knife of Dreams, maybe.
Possibly.
But
but
anyway,
it's after the isn't it after the children? Not the children. Sorry, the younglings have been betrayed, and he wanders his way back to the tower, isn't it?
Yeah, it's after Jemai's well. So it's when Gawain is sort of cooling his heels in that village outside Tarvalon. And Sleet is sort of just like having a conversation. Gawain is being moody and brooding because, no one will tell him anything, and he's being treated terribly by the Tower Aes Sedai. Shocking, I know. And Sleet is like they have a heart to heart. And Sleet's like, yeah, you killed Hamar, and yeah, you did some things, and, he would have killed you if you hadn't killed him. And, what Sleet basically does is he gives, he makes Gawain an offer. He says, Hattori is a good Aes Sedai, if you, she would bond you, and I think, that you would be, you'd be happy. That it would work out for you. Because he's obviously sort of like, his brain is scrambled, or, what's going on with it.
Yeah, he's lacking a direction, a focus. He's
Gawain
feeling
needs
lost.
somebody to tell him what to do.
Yeah,
obviously.
he does. Yeah.
So anyway, Gawain, obviously he turns Sleet down, and then it's like pretty much the next day that he fucks off. Abandons all his responsibilities to the younglings, shows up in Egwene's camp, like, with a big old chip on his shoulder. Anyway, we're Sleet here, who is just like, all right, fine, if you ever think about it.
Yeah.
I think, Epiphany is in the chat, and she's the one who turned me on to this, and she's like, Sleet, after this, is just kind of walking around with a sign above his head that says, still up for a threesome. So anyway, in my, alternate universe headcanon, Gawain and Sleet, Hattori bonds Gawain, and like Gawain and Sleet are totally a thing, and he gets to be dumb and happy and harmless.
Okay.
But Ingtar and Sleet, this is interesting.
Yes.
Because Ingtar is a Shinaran soldier. He's also a dark friend.
He is.
And Sleet is a warder and a blade master. God, I don't want to keep falling back on like, Aiel War stuff, because that would have been one of the circumstances under which these two could have met.
Absolutely. Yeah, because
while Uno and Pedro and Niall are fucking over in, some, cave over yonder.
Just
like maybe Sleet and Ingtar are getting it on too.
I mean, where is Sleet from? Is Sleet a Borderlander? That's
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Feel like I kind of got the.
Somebody look it up.
Yeah, someone look it up. Oh wait, the Innkeeper's in chat. Innkeeper, you're knowledgeable about this stuff. And by the way, no,
God.
Innkeeper, no, we have not matched anyone with Lanthir. And by the way, there is Innkeeper.
Wait, the Innkeeper is here?
Yes, the
gosh.
Innkeeper. I included.
Earmuffs. Earmuff, Innkeeper.
Yes, Innkeeper. Don't let the family watch this. This is not the wholesome show that the Dusty Wheel is. Not that we're disgusting or horrible or anything or totally R18.
No, but I mean, monster fucking has been mentioned.
Exactly.
The very first character we spun on the wheel was the Golem.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, exactly. This is not the wholesome family show that you produce. This is this is slightly more adult. Anyway. There are two innkeepers on the wheel because I was like, I want to put some of the innkeepers on the wheel. One, because my first-time reader was like, hey, I feel like this innkeeper has a thing going on with Moraine, so I put him in the wheel in case we pull him or Moraine out. And then I was like, that occurred to me, I should put the innkeeper from the Dusty Wheel in because, Het's a fun character from the books. So there's every chance that we get Innkeeper Hatch and Lanfear pulled out. So you need to, possibly that might be a thing. But, yeah. What were you saying?
I'm ruthlessly stealing ideas from the chat here. So Delusions made the very good point that Hattori, as a green sister, could go to the Blight.
She could.
that she could go to the Borderlands.
Mhm.
Like maybe she was around like on, on a raid or something.
Yes.
Or it was just, doing a tour of the Borderlands to help and support at one of like the towers or whatever. And that would be an easy way that Ingtar would be able to meet in that sort of circumstance. I always have to add drama into everything. I feel like maybe this is around the time that Ingtar like decides that he's going to, turn to the shadow as a way to sort of, try to save things.
You're right.
Because Sleet and Hattori have to leave. They can't stay. They can't help to, to fight and save something. And and he feels despair and hopelessness and all of that. So maybe this is a sort of whirlwind. Maybe it's Sleet that breaks his heart, and that's why he goes to the shadow.
A whirlwind romance. I like that idea. We haven't had a whirlwind romance tonight, so
we haven't.
Some kind of whirlwind.
We haven't had any hate sex yet today.
No, not really.
I'm disappointed about that.
A whirlwind romance in the Borderlands. I like that idea. Early on. That works for me. I like that.
Dana says it was a Tarwin's Gap here.
A Tywin. Oh, perfect. And also, what was I saw some great ship names earlier. So Slingtar was one that's being thrown out. Slingtar. I love that. So Slingtar is
perfect.
Yeah, Slingtar is perfect. If you wanted to be fancy, we did see Border Water going on.
I like both of those. I can't choose.
They're both great
How am I
options.
supposed to choose between Slingtar and Border Water?
Like, they're great names. I feel like they are the winners of the names so far tonight. This is brilliant.
I don't know. Barrel Oil Lane is still gonna. It's a good one.
Oh well, yeah,
so good.
That
okay, but Slingtar and Border Water, come on.
I'm going to make a collection of these. Tell you what, so I'm going to watch this back tomorrow or on Monday.
We're totally
or something.
Going to write this down.
Yeah, I'm going to write down all the names we make, and I'm going to make a bracket out of all of these ship names, and we're going to have the best ship name picked out for it, type of thing. So this is brilliant. I love that. Okay, so if you enjoy this this very early on situation that we've decided here, this sort of like just sort of
Sleet breaks Ingtar's heart.
Yes, give us a thumbs up if you ship this.
I don't know if I'm using words right anymore.
That's okay. Thumbs up if you ship this, thumbs down if you don't. And whilst you're doing that, I'm going to pick 2 more names out of that. Innkeeper, pay attention because this wheel does not roll the same name twice. So we have Bulwer. 7 Bulwer.
Ooh, 7 Bulwer.
Yeah, okay, cool. 7 Bulwer. And we are going to ship 7 with, let's see who we get. Innkeeper Hatch! Genuinely just Oh, imagine the rumors and the information they could pull together. Oh my god!
Oh, that's perfect. They're their own eyes and ears network.
Oh, this is amazing. They would rule the world, wouldn't they? Like, they would just know everything.
This is a platonic relationship because obviously Innkeeper Hatch has a very loving wife. He
does have a very loving wife, a very loving family. Yes, so this is a platonic, like very extremely close friendship, but very platonic, like and they're just the knowledge. They're controlling everything. They are the eyes and ears of Wheel of Time right now. Like this, the only way you could get more information and more knowledge going on is if Wheel of Time and Prime and Matt Hatch had some kind of production meeting going on type thing. So
and Hetzky says that Bulwer is described as a dusty little man. I mean, the whole idea behind this could have been the whole origin of the Dusty Wheel as an in and of itself. This is created as an information hub, a place for gathering intelligence, where 7 Bulwer can get all of the rumors and filter things through. There's probably a secret pigeon coop somewhere in the Dusty Wheel where information is flying from place to place.
The names coming out in chat right now are brilliant. Sabatch.
The rumor wheel.
The rumor wheel.
Sabatch.
Matty Sabatti. I'm sorry, that's just, oh my god.
This is fantastic. I'm glad that this happened while the Innkeeper is here with us.
I mean, there's no guarantee the Innkeeper's. I haven't seen a comment from the Innkeeper since this has come up, so perhaps.
No, I saw it. He said it was good timing.
Oh right, okay, excellent. I'm so glad you're here. Yes.
And Jenny's in the chat now. Hi, Jenny.
This is
we've
brilliant.
yeah, we've
Spy
broken. We've broken some kind of fourth wall here with like a character who is based on a real person but is still a fictional character, but that person is also in the chat observing us while we're talking about them. It's
Yeah.
I don't even know what's happening anymore.
I feel like a bromance, like absolute like besties for life type bromance situation.
Platonic life partners.
Yes, absolutely. I feel that this is going like complementary skills, complementary descriptions in the book, like just flawless mix here. I think this, yeah, I love this. This really works. But I'm just so torn on the names you could possibly use here. You know, there's so many things. Spykeeper, Dusty Hatches.
We call them Dusty Bros.
Dusty
Bros.
The Dusty Bros. Ah, yes. Oh wow, this is just this is brilliant. I'm thrilled. Great. I'm thrilled by this. This is just tickled me so much.
I can't tell. You don't seem amused at all.
No, I'm not amused at all. Not at all. Okay, so I feel like this is a pointless thing to ask, but do you ship this chat?
We've said the Dusty Bros.
Dusty Bros.
You ship it.
Do you ship this? Thumbs up if you ship this. Thumbs down if you're like, nah. You watch Dusty Bill puts in a thumbs down.
As far as like context goes, in case people weren't aware or never listened to the very first podcast I was ever on, which was the first shipping adventure that Rob and I ever had together, shipping is a sort of very broad term.
Yes.
And it comes from the word relationship. And in the origin of, for example, the term slash fiction, you have two different ways of denoting a relationship. If you have character A / character B, that's some sort of romantic or sexual relationship. If you have character A & character B, then that is a platonic relationship. And in this case, I would say that Subbunbalwer and Innkeeper Hatch have got the ampersand.
I love this. Just, I'm going to, while everyone is here, I'm going to start another giveaway. I'm going to do...
Raffle time!
Raffle time! I put a lot more on the timer this time, just because I thought I should put a timer on it. I originally put a timer on it in case I was like, I forgot that's running. It just runs forever and I never pick anyone. But I'm seeing all thumbs up. This is great in chat. But yes.
This is great. I'm so great.
So I'm going to start...
Dust Buddies.
Dust Buddies.
Dust Buddies. Dusty Bros, Dust Buddies.
I love Dusty Bros. Oh, this is great. So there should be...
Dusty Bros are the Dust Buddies. I like
it should be popping up in a moment. Your possibly... There we go. The raffle opportunity. So put in !raffle in the chat and you can enter the draw to win a...
I'm still here. Just cats.
That's okay. Malkia's Talk frosted mug. The second of the evening, so get in there. The first one went to Abigail, Geeky2 Studios. So congratulations to Abigail there. But yeah, get in. You have an opportunity to win a frosted mug. So yeah, !raffle. I always say raffle. It's not right. But yeah, this is going to run for a while, and it's going to hopefully have reminders to be like, hey, get in there. And yeah, I love this. So I think this has been like pretty strongly shipped. People like this idea. The Dusty Bros, or all sorts of other different names. But what I did see someone from I did see the Innkeeper say, I feel like I should I may have to cosplay Baller now. I think
as Balwer?
As Baller.
I think that's great cosplay.
I think that's brilliant.
It's also, I don't want to call it a cop-out because you still have to put a little effort into this. But, he's a very low-key person. I mean, isn't that the next, major milestone? So we had Taylor on at 10K. Do we have Bulwer on at 20K? And then Manfear at 50? Is that what we're getting here? Subbunbalwer is the first step to Manfear.
Yeah, there we go. So I love that.
Such ass.
Brilliant. Okay. So let's, whilst you're all entering, hopefully the raffle, !raffle to get in there to win a Malkia Talks Frosted Mug, let's bring back the wheel and let's get a couple more names going in.
All right, next wheel.
Woo.
Here. No, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to.
All right.
He doesn't want to be live on YouTube.
We have Perrin as the first choice.
Perrin. All right, let's see what's going on. What's going on with my boy?
Before I spin, is Fail on the list? I have not put Fail on the list. So there is no possibility.
God, do you realize Do you see how many fails have happened here?
Yeah.
No pun intended.
I love that. By the way, I probably should have said at the beginning, we also established in like warm up to the show that we were not going to, if we pulled out an established relationship in the story in canon, we were going to be like, no, we're not having that, and we were going to respin anyway.
Boring.
So, yeah, it's boring, exactly. So let's
we
spin.
We cleared out the rapists too.
Yeah,
they're not on the wheel.
Dammer Flynn.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Perrin and Dahmer Flynn's with Perrin when they're off
chasing
doing
Mishima
stuff, right? It's Flynn and Narishima, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, exactly. So there's canon opportunity for them to be together.
This one's easy as far as it all goes. You know, in which case, you know, maybe I'm not a fan of like the infidelity trope. No. I don't like it because it's dramatic and stuff like that. You know, but
I don't know. I mean, okay.
Maybe after Fael comes back.
So does he get companionship? You know, kind of like just a platonic support whilst he's trying to rescue Fael, and then Fael was rescued, and he's like, well, you know, Flynn's been there for me through this whole traumatic experience, and something grows from that.
It could be. I think let's turn this around. Let's subvert expectations.
Okay.
You know, because Perrin is putting a lot. Fuck it. Perrin is putting a lot onto the Ashman, right? He's work.
I feel like
exhausted.
We've had it pointed out in chat, and yes, you are quite right. Finn is not with that group.
Oh, it's Grady. Never mind.
Grady. It is Grady. Okay,
Dahmer
right.
Flynn is in Camelin.
Yes.
Then.
Okay.
He is with Rand for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm glad there are people in the chat that.
This is the point because
tell us what's wrong with us.
Yeah, I am. I'm drinking away here, and despite the fact I'm sitting down,
I've just emptied my decanter into my glass here.
Yeah, I'm not far off finishing my bottle, so.
I thought there was less in the decanter, which is why I was like, "Fuck it, I'll pour it all." And I'm like, "Oh, that's a big old glass of wine." Okay, it just goes on and on.
Delusions has said to us that Dammer. Sorry, they're both
Dumai as well.
Yeah, both are Dumai as well, though. Yes. Okay, so is this some kind of
post Dumai as well? Everybody's in Camelin.
Yes.
Or not Camelin, in Kyrian.
Kyrian, yeah.
Basically, for the most part.
And that's traumatic for everybody, isn't it? So.
It is, especially since Rand is very, understandably distracted, and kind of doing his own thing. So in that sort of no man's land, that period before Perrin leaves and Grady stays, we could conjure a scenario in which, somebody is injured, not necessarily Perrin himself, but maybe someone who's close to him.
Okay. Yeah.
Or it could just be, maybe Grady doesn't feel himself fitting in so much with
no, you mean Dammer.
Or not Grady. Who am I talking about? Dahmer Flynn. God,
Dahmer Flynn.
Grady's the one Sue. Dahmer Flynn is the other one. Maybe Dahmer Flynn doesn't feel himself sort of,
Oh, so Dahmer Flynn is the guy who heals Rand as well.
Yes.
After he gets
He's a healer, right? He's the one who's got the healing touch.
So let's say that Perrin gets injured, and Dahmer Flynn has to heal him, and they form not a water bond, but a bond through that process of like, oh, you brought me back from death in this horrific situation, and I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling more of a bromance than a romance here. I don't know.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard to sort of like spin the yarn so when you're not entirely sure of it yourself. But
yeah.
Let's say that I shipped it, that I liked these two together.
Okay. I don't think they'd be a bad couple. I think
obviously not. There are many types of ships as well, but for Flynn and Perrin.
Oh,
Flynn and Perrin. God, I'm trying to remember who these people are. Gosh.
Kev, you just reached out to my heart right there. Flynn heals some wolves after Dumai's
There we go. There we go.
Oh.
That's what I was just trying to think of. Like, maybe it's not Perrin that Flynn heals, but it's somebody that's close to him.
Oh,
Maybe.
yes.
Okay, here we go. Headcanon. Thank you. Now I have material to work with. This is why this cannot be done in a vacuum. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
This is why a live chat is required. We were going to do this on Discord, weren't we?
Flynn has a.
And I'm so glad we're doing this on YouTube. Well, I mean, it would have worked in Discord, but this is more fun on YouTube. So, yeah.
But yeah, so there are many injured wolves after demise wolves. Maybe Dahmer Flynn is, healing is his talent, and it's obviously something he's good at, which means that there's some compassion in this man's soul, and that would extend to, healing the horses, the animals, the dogs and other creatures that are around. I absolutely would imagine that he would feel, especially for the wolves who, when they were trying to, not that Flynn knew about it because he came with the Ashman, but they were trying to get people to come and save Rand, and it was very much a losing battle because there weren't that many people that came, and it was almost basically a suicide mission.
Absolutely, yes.
And then the wolves came too, They're like, fuck it, let's ball.
Yeah, they totally sacrificed to save. What is it they call Rand? I forget now, but they.
Kev says the wolves call Flynn warm hands.
Oh! Kev,
my heart has just been ripped out of my chest and has been presented to Kev on a platter.
Kev wins chat tonight.
Kev has saved this ship. Thank you.
Yes, Kev. That is wow. That is beautiful, Kev. Thank you so much. That is brilliant. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't feel we even like this. That is just.
I don't know if we need to go more through here. Like Flynn heals the wolves, and Aaron just develops this puppy dog attachment to him. I mean, it's just sort of like, you understand me even if you don't know who I am.
Yes. We just need a name for this now, don't we?
Fuck Perrin. Kev is just.
Kev
on this tonight.
Kev is nailing it. Are we just calling this warm? This ship warm hands?
No.
Warm wolf.
Okay, wait. Somebody did say something earlier.
Oh, thank you, Jen, for Lesbian Nerdy. Shadow Killer is what they call land. So,
Shadow Killer. I thought that was Rand.
Yeah, that is what they call Rand. Yes, sorry.
Sorry, I thought you said land for a second.
Oh no. So I asked earlier, what is it the wolves called Rands? And yes, it's Shadow Killer. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that.
All right, so Skeeter said Flynn and Steel. I've seen Flynn Wolf. Flynn Wolf is a good one.
Flynn Wolf is good. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm seeing Flabara and Perrin Flynn waxing and
especially since
Asher Wolf,
Stone Wolf. Stone Wolf is already kind of a ship name for Gaul and Perrin.
Yes.
Which could sometimes help with continuity issues in terms of what do we call something else. So Flynn Wolf would at least be people yes, I know that's Perrin.
Yeah, Flynn Wolf works. Flynn Steel, if you wanted to. So, you can have fancier names for. Oh God, I mean, the only analogy I can think of right now is horses. They have a regular name and a show name, which is not the right analogy to use here, but it's the only thing that possibly comes close to my drinking mind right now. But yeah, I like Flynn Wolf. I also like Flynn Steel, but I like Flynn Wolf more. And I feel like thumbs up are not required.
I like Flynn Wolf.
Yeah, I feel
if it's Flynn Wolf, Stone Wolf.
Darren Flybara. Darren Flybara. Oh.
This is just a Perrin thing. I love it. Garen Stonewolf and Perrin Flybara.
Golden Hands.
Garen Flybara. Golden Hands is a good one.
Dana, that's great. Oh my God. Tainted Pup. Oh, wow, some of these names are brilliant. Wolf Warmer. Black Wolf.
Why am I here? You just come on.
This is brilliant. Okay, so there's multiple names for this. Thumbs up, do you ship this? Thumbs down, do you not ship this? Please let us know. We've been going at this for a couple of hours now.
It's just about 2 hours.
Yeah, coming up 2 hours. How many more ships should we throw together? Do you feel, Kayla? Do we want to? I mean, we've got many names to go through, obviously, but I don't feel that.
Obviously.
I don't feel like a 5-hour live stream is not.
No, we
not a
don't.
good
We
idea.
don't need to be on here all night.
No. Should we
And
do one?
people are obviously free to join us for an after show. We
Exactly.
could do. You
One-
want to say 2 more?
2 more ships, and then we will move
Two
on
more
to
ships.
and then we'll pull things to an end. You have,
Make our
by the
ending.
way, if you want to get in. I mean, I feel like there are. So I have how many? I have 19 people in the competition to win a frosted mug. So and there are 28 people watching. So the frosted mug will run for another 7 minutes approximately, just over 7 minutes. So if you haven't entered !raffle into the chat, you are not in to possibly draw to win a Malkia Talks frosted mug. This is what they look like. They're amazing. Thank you. New creations by Jen. They're wonderful stuff. So yeah, get in if you haven't already done that. I'm just gonna let that run until the end of the timer, and then I'll pick someone. But yeah, we'll do 2 more ships.
Anthony and Skeeterish. I mean, I could talk about this all night. You can join us on the like Discord voice.
Yes.
Something. We'll be in the lusty feel.
There, exactly.
this.
Yes. So there is the after show for Malkia Talks is in the Discord server. It is called the Lusty Feel because that came from something else that we did a while ago. Stepping in for the innkeeper who randomly didn't do a Wednesday night, and I was like, screw it, let's try and do a Wednesday night just for shits and giggles. And yeah, we stood in for him. So the Lusty Feel came from that because we wanted something that rhymed. But wait, Rob. You're getting ahead of yourself. Okay, right. So I have just there we go. You can see the fireworks going on for that. I have just drawn Beslin from the wheel. I spun the wheel and didn't have it on the screen. I do apologise, but Beslin appeared on the screen just as the confetti went. Beslin is the first choice.
The non-problematic Mitsubar.
Yes, and the second name going for Beslin. Come on, give us something that works.
Matt.
Couladin.
Not Matt. Oh, Couladin. Fascinating.
Oh.
This is okay.
Do we want to?
This is difficult.
Do we want to complicate this with a third name? Or are we? Oh. Wow.
Here's the thing. Canon. There's no way for this to happen in canon. We have got to come up with some sort of like hilariously outlandish scenario.
Okay, chat, give us
to make this work.
I haven't eliminated
while
Couladin
I'm
from
letting
the list.
the wheels turn.
Yeah, so the chat, while you catch up to us in terms of the lag, let us know what you feel on this. Do we need to respin, or do we need to just really fuck with the story to get this to work? Like, let us know what you think.
Tell us if you want. Do you want us to spin again? Add a third.
I
or
see.
Just do it.
So I'm seeing ship. I'm seeing a couple of ship names. I'm
somebody
seeing
says
a
as a third.
I'm seeing an Urk.
Right? Mood, Maddie.
A hate bang. Okay. I'll give it like another.
Abby says, AU, an alternate universe where Couladin is saved in the Shido battle, but Beslin does for Couladin what Sivana never could. Maybe instead of killing him, Matt takes him prisoner and sort of just like,
Ooh, okay, yes. All right.
Maybe he decides to make him join the Band of the Red Hand.
Right, so
or the Taviran, mind whammies him, and he decides to, join Matt of his own free will.
So, right, so
I do get some people who want to spin again. We've got 3 votes for spin again.
All right,
3 people who want us to add a third, 4 people who want us to add a third.
Let's.
Chat's ruined.
Let's spin again. Okay, because I'm taking
we'll spin it again.
I'm taking the wheel off. So let me ring the wheel.
See who gets added.
Yeah, we'll spin again, and then we can either choose to add a third, replace Couladin, or we'll just see what comes out. So the wheel's back up. So let's spin and see what happens. And yes,
right.
Malki's measured right. There's an inordinate amount of dudes on this wheel, but we're not scared of dude relationships or anything of that. Fuck it. Yeah. Love is love.
Is correct that Couladin is he who comes and goes with the dawn.
Love it. And okay. I feel like we need to make this a throuple now because I have just pulled Linny out of the wheel.
Oh no!
Wow, I feel like this. So maybe we don't do an additional ship after this. Maybe this is the final ship of the evening. I don't know. How do you feel?
This is pushing our ability to hand wave and rewrite canon to the limit here. Okay.
Right.
All right. So Beslin Mitsubar, Couladin,
and Lily.
Linny.
Wow.
Oof. All right. I like where we started with this. That Couladin joins the band of the Red Hand, and that. God damn it, Silchess Ruin! Stop chewing on my USB.
So he's almost like he becomes Matt's. He becomes what is the word when you get captured? They wear all white. Guy Shine. Yeah. So he becomes Matt's Guy Shine.
Yes.
He decides this is the only way he can deal with shit. So
but he's also a Shido, and so it doesn't seem like he would have too much trouble. He thinks like, okay, whatever, I'm a Guy Shine, but also Matt is like, fuck that, you should just do what I tell you to do, because you're a soldier in the band of the Red Hand.
So he's the bottom.
Matt is definitely a switch. So but in this situation, I don't think that he could be anything other than.
I love Let's Be Naughty in chat. This is like the opposite of a ship for me. What's an anti-ship?
Well, an anti-ship is different terminology, so we won't use that word because it means something different in fandom discourse. But we would call this a no TP. Instead of the OTP, which means one true pairing, we say it's a no TP because you very much don't like it.
Okay, I love that. That works.
As
I like that.
Delusions of Grandal would say, hate that.
Hate that. Yeah, this works. Okay. Right.
All right, so we figured out Beslin and Couladin because eventually people from the band, they go to they go to Abu Dar, Beslin is, he's not a shy man. He would see this red-headed, tall strap. We don't know that Couladin is an unattractive person. He's just got a terrible personality.
Absolutely.
Beslin would be like, yes, spicy. Let's have hot sex.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works.
Consensual.
Yes.
Hot sex.
When are we pulling Linny into this?
So that's the question. How does Linny become involved in this, comedy of errors?
Do we have interaction between Linny?
I kind of want this as some sort of, adventure when they're on the run, but that doesn't work.
No.
Unless we decide to really make canon go into weird.
Okay, so let's talk about Matt and Linny. Like, when do Matt and Linny possibly interact?
Okay, not alternate years, but Matt goes to Camelin right after he leaves from the White Tower when he's delivering that letter, and he's in the palace. And this is just before Morghese sort of goes to Linny. It's not inconceivable that there could have been a situation in which there was communication between Matt and Linny. Or maybe he stayed in Camelin for a little while longer then.
By the way, the raffle is closed, ladies and gents. I will draw a winner after the end of the ship, and then we'll finish out the stream. Okay, so Matt goes.
Abby says it's already an AU. Just do what you want.
Yeah. Matt. So Matt goes grey on his visit to Camelin, which is all cool. I'm all down for that. There's nothing wrong with that type thing. Cougar Village, yes. Brother Dan, you're right. Cougar Village. I love this. Festival of Birds, my friends. All bets are off. Yes, Malki's made you right about that. Yes. This is just the Camelin version of that. Okay, so he has some kind of connection with Linny in his visit to Camelin. Then later on, he takes Couladin, Guy Shine. He develops some kind of oh God! It's weird when it's like someone who is your servant type thing.
We're trying to connect these ships through Matt Cawthon, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Matt Cawthon is the glue that holds these people together, but he doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Amazing that in a Wheel of Ships so far this evening that Matt Cawthon was not a part of it, because Matt is the one everybody ships with.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so maybe this is he has a connection with Linny early on when he goes to Camelin after being killed, and then he has a connection with Couladin after taking him Guy Shine, and then later on there is that connection back when they're all Field of Merrilor type situation, and everyone starts pulling back together type thing. And he's just like, hey, so I've got this,
We've got a little bit of the Spider-Man situation, pointing, it's you, it's also you, and it's you.
Yeah. I feel like that's...
Yeah, Linny, it's such a cop-out to fall back on this whole, hurt comfort trope. But like Lenny
Oh
is
wow! I'm sorry.
like
I need to bring Wolf Brother in for a moment. So Wolf Brother just put in chat. Matt meets Linny at the palace. Matt and Linny start a long, sexy relationship. Cooladin is captured, and Linny forces Matt to bring this redhead into the bed. Linny loves redheads.
right. Here's
That sounds almost like he's forcing.
It is at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just like Matt isn't part of the ship. It's Beslin.
Yeah.
I almost want to say that Matt and Lenny have this sort of like, you know, they have a mutual troublemaker sort of bond.
Mm-hmm.
And even though Lenny appears to be very no nonsense, she also likes to stir shit, right?
So okay.
Maybe there's like.
I've got it.
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So
save me! I'm drowning.
We alternate universe. We don't have this whole thing at Field of Merilor where it's like you need to get the Shan Chen to agree to this. The Shan Chen come to the Field of Merilor. Okay, Beslin goes as the representation. Okay, for the Shan Chen for Fortiona sort of thing. Because Matt's already there anyway, or Matt can pop up anyway, and Beslin can be like, hey, I'm kind of like the Shan Chen's rep. Beslin's the husband or the consort or whatever of Tuon, Fortiona, whatever, you know, is the appropriate name for her at that stage. And this is then when Beslin meets Linny, because Linny's there with everybody else, and you get Cooladin because that's Matt's, you know,
Bratty
Guy Shine. And then suddenly it's like, hey, we might all die tomorrow. And some kind of, like, you know, Matt's luck kind of works on shit. I don't know. This is, that's the best I can come up with. But we're
holding this ship together with, like, Taviran and bullshit.
Taviran bullshit and luck, yeah.
Matt's not even part of the ship, but we can't make it work without him. God. I would need, like, 10 minutes and to rewrite half of this canon for this to help. God, yeah. Linny was really the fly in the ointment here.
Okay.
But I do just, if we hand wave everything else about this, I do like the idea that Linny has like, you know, these two, you know, like strapping young men who are, she's able to, you know, both, you know, guide in wisdom, but also like have them to sort of like, you know, help and comfort her. Yeah. Because, you know, hey, Linny can get it.
Yeah, that's fair.
She's been around for a long time. She ain't going anywhere.
She got skills, yeah. So I do enjoy some of the chat going on right now. It's like, this is the only ship that sank, basically, is what the chat is saying.
Linny just tells the other two what to do.
Yeah,
okay?
so, yeah, we have some...
That's our dynamic here. She's got her, you know...
This is definitely the most challenging ship so far tonight, hasn't it? And I love the fact that we're going to end up on finishing on this ship and be like,
Were we going to do... I feel like we were going to do one more after this, but then we added a third, and it's like, I feel like we may have taken this adventure far enough.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Let's
raffle our mug.
Let's raffle the mug.
We'll do a sort of...
This is the ship for the after show.
Here.
Yeah, this is...
We'll debrief.
This is the ship for the after show. So let's do the raffle mug, and then we'll talk about after show and all that sort of stuff. So I'm selecting pick a winner now, and Jake D. Jake, congratulations! That is amazing. Jake! Hopefully, it's going to pop up in chat in just a second to let you know that. But Jake, you are the second frosted mug winner. Congratulations! That is amazing. Already getting in chat. Yeah, this ship is a Downs fun. But yes, so Abigail, Jake, reach out to me on Discord, DM me, and be like, hey, give me an address, or just chat to us and we'll, you know, get an address so that I can then arrange to have frosted mugs sent out to you. You are the first ever. So aside from Andrew from the Black Tower podcast, you will be the first ever people.
Come up with a ship name for this.
Oh, yeah, I feel like that was. Yeah, I feel like we should have just.
We just want to forget about it.
Yeah. This is the after show situation type thing. So yes, you're the first people to win frosted mugs, and aside from myself and Andrew from Black Tower and Mello, who won them in the WoT Holiday raffle, you're the first people to have Malkit Talks Frosted Mugs. So congratulations. I love this.
Yay. Congratulations,
Yay.
people.
Yes. So, Kayla, thank you so much for joining me tonight. This has been hilarious. I was expecting like 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours at a max, and we've gone well over the 2 hour mark. This has been hilarious.
Not by too much, but we budgeted for like 2 hours.
Yeah, we were like, 2 hours is fun because we're not going to go through all the names, and then we can. I mean,
as if we're not going to do this again someday.
Exactly. Like, you've been on the podcast, and we talked about shipping, inspired by the whole Jane Fast Rider and Tom situation, and loving your phone call into the Dusty Wheel. And it's not like you're not going to be on the podcast again. And this is the first of monthly live streams that I can't commit to a weekly live stream. I don't want to do weekly live streams. That's far too much work. So I'm going to do monthly live streams on the channel. They're going to be a bit changeable in the dates. So, for example, in March, I was looking at like, I think the 14th, the 13th, perhaps. I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday night into a Sunday, in terms of, the various time frames and that. So I'm hoping to confirm that as an Aja panel, but if not, I have other things as a backup. April will be early April, where myself and the ladies from Road to Avalon, Tracy and Amber, we'll be doing the Tam Joke competition. May, I haven't decided yet, and then June will be the channel birthday. That's just going to be like some sort of crazy fucked up extravaganza. But yeah, I'm going to do monthly live streams, and we're just going to have some shits and giggles. Maybe do giveaways, maybe just have like laughter like this. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I've really appreciated this. But I would love if I'm going to do this regardless, and we might have more people on others, but like this to be the annual Valentine's Day thing that happens in the Wheel of Time fandom. That's we do some sort of bullshit.
Not going anywhere.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna be here next year.
Yeah,
and next year, hopefully, it's after there's a Wheel of Time TV show out, and we'll probably have.
Yeah, we can throw in some
shippers.
Yes,
and we can gifts,
and we can throw in. We could do like an actor's wheel as opposed to. Oh no, I don't know, maybe not. But we can throw in all sorts of bullshit. There'll be characters in the TV show that aren't in the books, I imagine. Like that's not I don't think that's weird to expect that sort of thing. It's a new adaptation, but yeah, this could be hilarious. However, congratulations to the 2 mug winners, and please join us for the after show where we will continue to debate this last thruple, make up a ship name, and all those sorts of things. If you are watching live and you're not in the Discord, head to the description of the episode of this live stream. There's a Discord link in there so you can join. If you're watching later and you just want to be like, hey, I've missed out, but I want to hear these things, join the Discord server. If you don't know what Discord is, Google it. It's a lot of fun. It's there's many people who are going to teach you how to use it type thing. It's not as scary
Discord's
as it seems.
Great.
Discord
we'll
is great.
Walk you through it. We're here for you.
Absolutely, we will support you in that.
I'm not a content creator. You can just read my fan fiction or follow me on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was
like
say.
to talk shit.
Yes, they're not specifically in the description to the show. I will add them in afterwards. But if you don't see that or you want it sooner than I put it in there, contact myself. All my contact information is in the description to the live stream, and you can be like, hey, I want to follow Master of the Deck stuff. I want to see her fanfic. I want to just like see what she tweets on Twitter and stuff like that. And I can point you in the direction because she makes awesome stuff. And so we're going to be, everyone watching now, we're going to be over in my Discord server. We're going to head over to the Lusty Chat and the Lusty Feel, sorry. The Lusty Chat is the text channel, the Lusty Feel. And we're going to hang out and we're going to try and make this last thruple work and come up with a ship name. Or Kayla and I are going to turn up in there and be like, what the fuck? No, let's talk about someone else that you've coupled up tonight instead. But who knows? It's going to be fun. I hope you've enjoyed this. I say this is the first of my monthly live streams. And thank you. Master Deck, thank you so much for joining me. This has been...
Thank you for having me.
This has been amazing. I've really enjoyed this. It's just been so much fun. It's just absolutely hilarious. It's 3:15 in the morning for me. I've had a few to drink. We've got the floral crown going on for Master of the Deck there. I love that. We'll probably get some catastrophes going on with Siltras Ruin and such.
I'll probably feed them while I'm joining in voice chat.
Yeah, she should probably
be
feed
a thing.
But yes, thank you so much. And until next time, everybody, as I say on the podcast, and I'm going to say on the live streams as well, may you always find water and shade.